And
The
what's it
gun is
matter?
serialized to some plant in Russia. It was issued to somebody who's dead.
So we file the serial number off, do what we got to do, and ditch the gun.
I was just thinking, if we go somewhere else that we're not supposed to be, having guns that can't be traced might be a useful thing.
I mean,
That's
I
what's
got
called going to a gun show. We just go to a gun show, we talk to the guys, we buy everything.
I have 70% in criminology, if that helps for anything.
I very much doubt we're going to get into a situation where we that desperately need to be off the books. Remember, we're working for somebody doing off the books shit now. And if we, the player characters, end up in a situation where we have to go do some shit that they're not going to cover for, I don't plan on being in a situation where anybody's tracking ballistics at that point. You know?
Yeah, I just saw it and was like, okay, that would be like the one thing I get, but it's not going to be a thing I can get because my character doesn't have the skills for it.
Yeah, Baghdad gun. No, we're heading up to the Khyber Pass. Buy the place out.
Yes.
Check out my fucking Martini Henry, boys.
You know what's wild is shotgun does not have a lethality percent.
What?
Think about changing that with
yeah,
I've
that
been thinking
seems
about modifying
odd.
That. Yeah.
What would you put it at, handler?
I was thinking 15.
To put it into perspective, heavy rifle is 10, SMG is 10, carbine is also 10.
Yeah, like a 2 or 3 round burst is 10%.
I mean, if you start putting slugs in there.
Yeah, let's start with a 10, and then I can whip up some.
Or using Sabbaths and whatever ammo you want.
Yeah, I can find some special ammo those later because those are just fun. I like guns. Guns are fun.
Like some flechettes.
I mean, technically, the rules say you can just load that thing with armor piercing.
Yeah, no, you want to run Sabo slugs and Oathbreakers slugs.
Oathbreakers, what are those?
Hollow point, but slug sized.
Ooh.
I think I'd still just rather load buckshot. Like,
you know what? There is something to be said for buckshot, but
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, flaming buckshot.
What is a 12 gauge? That's like it's 50
half
cal?
inch, 50 cal.
A little bit bigger.
So you could go.
The barrel of gun's bigger than that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Slightly, but not too bad. You normally Brendan has I forget his last name. Herrera. Brendan Herrera has a thing where he fires 50 BMG through a shotgun.
Like because the case diameter is similar, but 50 BMG next down, and 12 gauge doesn't.
You have a very good point there.
I think 12 gauge, like it's 5/8, 3/4, maybe a little bit bigger than that. But like a regular buckshot load is like 9 pellets of double-aught buckshot is 9 38 caliber balls.
You know, you could go buck and ball. Like
Why would you when regular buckshot exists?
I know. I'm just saying that put 150 caliber ball in there and then buckshot behind it.
Yeah, on an unarmored target, straight up double-aught buckshot is as close to guaranteed lethality as we can get.
So what would a shotgun slug do to a vest? Would it actually go through?
Probably
not. Depends on the slug. Also depends on the load behind it.
Yeah, but in general, they're gonna have worse penetration than a rifle.
Yes, in general, because it's got a lot less ass and it's a big, heavy thing. However, if you run with a Sabo slug, which is it's a smaller flechette, much higher speed, and that is very armor piercing.
At that point, just like run a rifle and load AP. Like
you got a very good point, but hear me out. Your rifle can't load buck.
Just because you can make a shotgun do something doesn't mean you should.
That's
my
it.
shotgun
I'm loading my
shoots
rifle with
Sabo.
shot.
Your rifle does not shoot buckshot.
Correct.
I'm getting
you can put
rat
bird
shot,
shot
and I'm teaching everyone to stop protesting.
Hey, rat shot. Oh, hey,
You take
50 BMG rat shot.
Yeah, that.
Oh
those
dear
things are
lord.
hilarious.
I swear I've got a photo of that.
It's a meme.
Oh god. I know
Um,
you used to get a birdshot for
Can we
22.
get a serious question for the handler? Can we get suppressors?
Uh,
Can we get honey badger?
I'm gonna
What?
say you're gonna have to like request this at some point. It's not gonna
Okay.
be an instant no, but you're gonna have to file paperwork.
Okay, and I'm assuming that we can't have hollow points as combatants.
No, and I also you can have all the armor piercing green tip you can have. They'll give it to you for free.
Okay.
What? I mean, fuck, I've got a box of that under my desk.
I'm pretty sure
I
I
do
took a
love
metal
green tip.
detector out here. I could find some.
Yep.
Can we get some like incendiary rounds of some sort?
Rifle caliber, you're not going to get a very great load in. You might be able to get something for 30 cal.
Did they used to make white phosphorus bullets?
Never really. You can't get enough. You can't get enough of it in there to be useful.
All right.
That
does seem a little dangerous.
I assume underbarrel grenade launchers are something we can just get if we need them, or like somebody can get one if they have.
M203s.
So you will
Yeah.
be issued in the I haven't finished it yet, but there is a general armory pool for the unit, which has
Okay.
machine guns. It has a couple underslung and standalone grenade launchers. Your MP unit, so it does also mean you get tear gas grenades, both launched and handheld kind.
Okay.
Ooh, can I get the? Oh wait, I don't think that was in use back then. I was going to say the FM303, but that's it's basically a paintball on steroids. It's got CS pellets, marker pellets, paint pellets, and stuff like that.
Oh man, if you put Napalm and Willie Pete in one of those fucking capsules, that would be a frightening fucking weapon.
You wouldn't get a lot of it.
Lord.
Again,
talking
right?
about-
Like the problem
Yeah,
is just the load.
You're talking about like a 7-ounce wax pellet. You're not going to get a whole lot of anything in that.
Yeah. Now, like it's not going to be pleasant, but it's not really going to do much, right? Like if you want to do proper damage, then you need something bigger than that. But your marker paint could be like marker paintballs could be really fucking useful.
Well, we used to use them in Afghanistan when we had to keep the little kids from throwing rocks in the motor pool.
Fair.
Yeah, dude, that's excellent use.
Oh my god.
We didn't really use we didn't use a whole lot of markers. CS and paint pellets were the ones that we used a lot.
Yeah. I mean that'll make you fuck off. Sends a message. Name
can
would
you
fuck
like,
off.
like pepper spraying them or something like that?
I mean it's basically what that is. It's just pepper spraying them from like farther away.
The CS pellets are designed to pretty much burst, and they release CS powder into the air right in their face.
Yeah. So like yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. The idea is to make them stop whatever they're doing.
Yeah, that should do it.
Would we have night vision?
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
I'm gonna say there's some entry level night vision stuff in the unit.
Okay.
Well, they had night vision in the first Gulf War.
Yeah, like it's been around. I just wasn't sure if we would have access to it.
Yeah, I'm just because the reason my pause is you definitely have night vision. You just don't have the like the quad optic nods and all
Yeah, so we've got like PVS 14s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are good.
Yeah, they work fine. They're a whole damn sight better than nothing.
I only experienced the PVS 7 and the bum. PVS 7 was pretty okay.
Oh, those things suck.
It wasn't horrible. I could see mostly.
Yeah, they work, and you don't realize until you try better night vision how bad they are.
The thing about the PVS 7s is that they used up both eyes, but they were still monocular,
which is really disconcerting.
Yeah, so like you couldn't do things like enter buildings and exit buildings and still use them because light differentials you always you had both eyes in NVG, and if the NVG got saturated, you basically it fried both your eyes for a few seconds. No, they sucked.
I saw there was a site selling PVS 14 monoculars with Gen 4 white phosphorus internals. Is that like just a scam or what?
No, the white phosphorus is what they use to actually make the screen glow.
Yeah, that's all to do with like the methods of amplification, whatever.
Yeah, so like your old CRT monitors use phosphorus.
Yeah, those are the tech's legit. That doesn't mean the website's legit.
This is also true. Man, game hasn't even started yet. I'm probably losing sanity. Fuck.
So we should be all back up to our sanity full, right? Or not?
No, that does not regen.
Oh, I thought I did.
I believe you can regain some through home scenes.
Yes, but you have to specifically do that.
Oh. Oh, shit. So Darren's still right on 1.
Yeah,
Unless he,
Darren's.
unless he
Yeah.
did something.
Actually,
Maybe
I
he did.
unfortunately did not have time. I basically have worked
I
since
should. You
session
guys
ended
do
now.
get. I forgot to say this last time. You guys all do get 1d4 sanity for surviving Pokemon. I don't think I said that last time, did I?
Nope.
You don't think so?
I have to take a 2-second phone call. I shall be right back.
Alrighty.
I'm now 3 points away.
The video is in relation to the Middle East gun shows.
Where's the link?
General.
Okay, so let's see.
Ah, yes, the Mahmoud's military menagerie.
Oh, dear Lord.
Allah, who gets the savings? Allah, you get this.
Fucking great.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Oh yeah. I need to get new handcuffs because those fuckers stole my. The major probably got buried with my fucking handcuffs on him. Bastards.
Oh shit! Yeah, everyone died in the base, right? Or supposedly.
Well, we know that the major shot himself. We don't know about anybody. We don't. A bunch of the rest of them ended up here, right? We don't know exactly. Well, I say shot himself. Killed himself
Again?
in custody.
Shot himself again.
Ah, yes, the good old fashioned twice in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yes.
The good old
Classic
hanging
suicide.
the good old hanging yourself with your hands tied behind your back.
Yes, with your own shoelaces. Or somebody else's. Hmm.
There we go. Someone decided to unplug my router.
Okay, I'm back. All right.
That all seems like it might be useful. I'm just gonna.
All right, what's the armor that we got? Or I suppose it's flavor text regardless, but what is the equivalent?
Okay, you guys, once you get to Iraq, will be issued the reinforced body armor, which is the Callhart plates.
All right, so a +4 armor.
Yeah,
useful.
there was the old school Kevlar only stuff that you were using at the annex.
Yeah, we had Pasgets at the annex.
Yeah.
We'll be getting, what the fuck are they even replacing it with? ICV? Or is that later? I don't remember. Either way, it's in fucking UCP, so God help us. Hopefully we don't need to be sneaky.
Okay.
So are we all here then, or are we missing anybody?
Yeah, I think we're on here. I think we can get officially started. Oh, I have to change the map. Yeah. So to do a short recap and then also kind of go over what this session will mostly be. In the timeline, we are, let's say, you're a week out from shipping, beginning the process of shipping out to Iraq. So you're going to ship to Germany first. There's a layover, then you head Iraq, right? Once you've been briefed on your unit's overall mission goal. Once in Iraq, your job is to assist Task Force 10 in pursuing a number of mission targets throughout the Middle East in support of Central Command. The HQ is based in Baghdad itself, though. There is a number of targets available. The primary mission that has been put in front of you guys is Operation Jack of Diamonds. It is hunting down former Iraqi Internal Security Forces general, whose name I cannot pronounce nor remember what I put, who has disappeared into the Iraqi insurgency that is ongoing in the country. It is now August. At the beginning of February, almost continuous with what was going down with you guys back in the annex. There has been a massive increase in insurgent activity across Iraq. This is due to the fact that Iraq is basically in the middle of a three-way civil war. You have the Iraqi government, which is essentially a coalition of the existing political parties that were allowed to exist under Saddam Hussein's Iraq, and essentially reflects the opposite direction of his policies, oppressing all the people he supported and supporting all the people he oppressed, which has caused some loyalty issues in some parts of the country. Combined this with the rise, major uptick in Al-Qaeda strengthening activity with support from overseas, and you have a big uptick in basically, they call themselves Iraq National Army, Iraq Liberation Army, or various other names. The U.S. military refers to them by various titles, often called special groups, which is a combination of former Ba'athist military personnel and other national insurgents and foreign fighters, kind of under one banner. These three organizations are kind of in a three-way civil war, and it's caused just topsy-turvy borders everywhere with what is safe and not safe territory. The reason why you are going after this particular guy is that the Iraqi government reported a breaking and kidnapping at an estate south of Mosul. The man that was kidnapped was a professor at the Mosul University and an associate of the Baghdad National Museum. His house was a combination small historic exhibit and his personal home. It was broken into. He was kidnapped, and several important artifacts from the site were stolen. A passerby positively ID'd one of the people as the Jack of Diamonds, the person you're looking at right now. Yeah, Tahir Jalil Bush, former director of the Iraqi Intelligence Service. He is now at large in the country, possibly looking for Izzat Ibrahim al-Duri. He is the commander-in-chief of the Iraqi Revolutionary Command Council. So he's the overall operation commander, and Izzat Ibrahim al-Duri is his intelligence chief. The fact that he was personally there for this kidnapping is a big deal.
Unusual.
Yes. When the people who found it were essentially two local traffic officers who noticed an abandoned vehicle in the area, went in to investigate, found the gate to the property unlocked. Property is a small orchard, family owned for many generations, with kind of a ranch house with a wall around it. They went in, they found that the owner was missing, and his two employees, a driver / gardener, and a maid. Bodies were both found on the premises, very disconcertingly skinned alive. They were completely devoid of skin. They reported this, however. Say again?
I said, "Are we hunting the predator?"
That's funny. But
this is simply normal Al Qaeda behavior.
Yes, definitely. It was
As far as big
strange.
army's concerned, it is.
Yeah. They reported this up the chain of command to the Iraqi government, which then relayed it to you guys. The area a few days later was overrun by Al-Qaeda forces, and so they've been unable to follow up this lead with anything other than remote observation, which is unhelpful here because essentially this crime scene is inside the building. You guys are assisting Task Force 10 specifically because of cases like this, where they need personnel with some sort of forensic background to assist the more dedicated investigators assigned to the team and also provide security. The Task Force 10 is composed of investigators from almost every single United States government agency, from the DEA to ICE, ATF, CIA, FBI. It's a joint task force meant to help exchange information on active terrorist threats in the Middle East, and then be able to follow up on those things by relaying it to allied governments and stuff. They usually focus on weapons and drug smuggling, as follow the money. You can follow what people are doing. They are somewhat famous for helping to return several priceless historical artifacts to the Baghdad National Museum that were looted during the 2003 invasion of Iraq in the course of their work during these investigations. As the smugglers who were smuggling guns also smuggled stolen historical artifacts. Yeah. That's beginning. There is a few other leads out there, but I need to publish them into the lobby. So this session will be about talking and interviewing some of these intelligence leads, and also going over how you guys are preparing for the deployment after your 3-month spin-up, well, your 2-month spin-up period in Camp Lewis McCord in Washington. Also going over how seeing a UFO affected your personal lives. Alright.
So, question about this task force and kind of the entity that we are now attached to.
Mhm.
Has there, obviously on paper, none of this is in any way dealing with the unnatural, right? Has there been any sort of, like, wink wink nudge nudge, we're the people who deal with that? Or has that been completely, like, nobody's talking about it?
There's been some wink wink nudge nudge, varying on a person by person player character basis. We introduced the commander last time. He seems to be interesting. The handbook is interesting. It's
Shit. My character's 100% sure that this is like some agency that tracks down this shit and does stuff like this.
Well, the one major basically said that's what we're doing.
To you.
Well, I went to our electronics guy, or the guy that has the drone.
Sorry, what do you want from me?
She basically told you the same thing, didn't she? About what was going on.
Well, what she told me about what was going on was they were handling it, and that we're being quote unquote part of the investigation, but it's not strictly that investigation. We've been moved to an alternative task for the meanwhile, while things quote unquote cool down. So at this point, we're just, as far as I'm aware, killing time, being useful.
The impression that I got, well, I mean, in character, in character, would you have discussed any of this?
Oh yeah,
Was it
no.
kind of sitting
The probably second-ish day, so we can check out, make sure that there's no bugs or they're not listening. He would have gotten enough people, certainly all the staff sergeants together, and talked to them.
We could always make that into a scene and let people role play.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
fine with me if you want to.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Well, we're up at Lewis McCord now, I think, right?
No, I do have to wonder, we're in the Lewis McCord barracks. Are we like 2 to a room, 4 to a room? What's the living situation handler?
Yeah, your sergeants and up have their own rooms, low enlisted, have bunkmates.
Which one am I?
There's off-base housing. You have your own mayor. I believe you're getting a sergeant's promotion process. Suddenly, someone is reviewing your disciplinary charges for some reason.
Funny that they're gonna review my disciplinary charges before they send me back to Baghdad.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, they can only kill you once, you know.
And they can
probably.
kill you twice.
Well,
they
probably.
can kill your spirit.
Probably.
Okay.
Unless you get into like black goop shit, you know.
If we're looking for someplace private to meet, we're probably not in the barracks or anything like that. We're probably like just
there's like an office that you're like going to work at. You got computers, like you're doing stuff. There's a motor pool. You're doing inventory inspections. There's a whole town nearby. There's places.
So realistically, I would organize a night out on the town, quote unquote.
Best place to talk about something secret is a strip club.
You're not wrong. Loud music, a bunch of different people, but they're also private booths.
And no one's paying attention to you because they're looking at the ladies shake their butts.
And nobody's gonna assume we're up to anything nefarious. We're just a bunch of army guys blowing off steam.
Wait, we're supposed to be
Air
paying
Force.
attention?
All right, Staff Sergeant, you got a fantastic idea. Does there happen to be a strip club in McCord?
You're an
Handy?
army base? A really big army base?
Walking distance of every
They probably built one if not. We probably get one built there
See,
pretty quick.
All right,
let
so
me-
you
let me
walk
rephrase.
past the Dodge dealership, and there you are.
Let me rephrase. Is there a strip club that's not on the base's blacklist?
There's a strip club 250 meters outside of Lewis McCord main gate.
Yes.
I'm
yes,
guessing
yes.
you're talking from personal experience there, huh?
Well, it wasn't Lewis McCord when I was up there, but it was there. The strip club and the base was there when I was up there.
It's free real estate.
Alrighty. So yeah, we'll probably meet up there after hours.
Did they have any good winks?
Oh Lord.
Also, I want to know what y'all decided. Granted, we're not quite there yet, but I do want to know what y'all went through for the extracurriculars.
I think that is likely to come up as a topic of conversation here. Specifically, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Depending on
I don't
how
wanna
deep
talk about it.
individuals got, depends on the level of what the fuck.
I didn't
kinda
get very
got up
deep at
and
all,
left.
and I've already got a fairly significant
Yeah,
amount of
I failed on both of them.
Anyway.
Right away.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you
buddy.
can go take a look at them now, and yeah, they're in briefings.
Oh, buddy. There's some cool
Yes.
ones.
Essentially, you pick 2 from that list of 10. Each one has an associated stat. You do 3 checks. The first check is at +10. The second check is neutral. The third check is at -10. Failing a check means you still get a stat boost for the training. It just means you don't progress the next level.
Did anyone take the optics TVR3?
Yes.
Did you
hang on,
succeed?
No, but I did do well enough that I am now listed as having training in it, right? Like, I know how to
Yes.
work the damn thing. I'm not good at it, but I know how to work the damn thing.
You know
Okay,
which
so
ones
what
are
is
held
it?
by-
Training pay?
I'm not telling you that.
Okay.
No worries.
Or you and the DM can hop into live game real quick.
Nah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Alrighty.
We're not
If-
going to
I
be
worry
rolling
causing
any
them
things
trouble.
this session. I don't think it's that important.
Oh, the optics one? Yeah, I took that one.
Yeah, I don't. Most.
So
of them
yeah, I
should
didn't
not
worry about my drug test for a while.
vastly impact rolls for this session. I don't think it's. I kind of did a combination of like things that are interesting to know, and then things that are just useful to know. You're going to Iraq, like
Alrighty.
shooting thing.
The thing I would have liked to see that was not on this list was Arabic.
Hmm.
Does
Well-
anybody do any of us
Well,
have
there's
any
a-
Arabic?
I thought
There's
Yes.
I
a
thought somebody did.
there's a whole class dedicated
Nope.
to interfacing with Middle Eastern cultures.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
boy.
It just takes a Constitution check.
I should have taken that one. Honestly.
Yes, because they start by
Nice.
lecturing you about the formation of the local political structure in 13 whatever the fuck.
Ah yes,
And
Constitution.
And they end it with
Tied for my
waterboarding.
lowest stat. Tied for
Granted, a
charisma.
lot of the locals actually speak a bit of Russian. At least the locals worth talking to. They will speak Russian to some extent.
we'll see.
Where are we at? Where are we
We're
going to?
Baghdad.
Technically have Arabic.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
That's good.
It's
So-
enough to ask where the bathroom is.
Jesus.
And who
Okay,
left these bullets here.
Unfortunately, I gambled wrong with my choice of languages, and
Well-
Kohlmeyer speaks Farsi.
Don't worry, guys. You'll get the little pamphlet and the little sheets that show you like Arabic writing and Arabic language and wasla rare and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
But
'cause that's so useful.
yeah.
Well, that's
Some-
Dari, but
Yeah, there's. I mean, some of these mission leads are in Afghanistan.
Okay.
So you're not totally out there.
Okay.
Man, we're gonna really have to trust our Terp.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very real chance that they end up getting shot at some point during this mess.
I mean,
Anyway.
that's true.
Just have him stay behind Derp.
I mean, to be absolutely fair, with the stuff we're going to tell him to say to those people, he's definitely getting shot.
Yeah,
By
he's-
somebody.
Like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Tell
you're
me
gonna
where
tell
the
that man to go
UFO
fuck
is.
himself.
Have you seen any UFOs recently? What of any importance did you see between
Okay.
here and the UFO?
Do you believe in
did it have-
Atlantis?
But did it? Okay. But please clarify the shape of the UFO. Did it look like that helicopter?
No, I actually ran into that in my unit. We had a dragon sighting that was a helicopter.
Oh my god.
I could see it.
Mm-hmm. They made a rug that illustrated the whole dragon attack. It was fantastic.
Fucking dope.
Amazing.
Alrighty, so we are at the club.
Alright, let me see if I can get the music. Is any of the music coming through? Or is...
I did not
Nope.
hear anything.
God
Nope,
damn.
nothing is playing currently.
You know what? I don't care. Guys,
We'll
put
hear
on
it
your
in the
own music.
video after.
Yeah. Yeah, fix it in post.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. I will
Sorry.
beat you with so many sticks.
Alright. Sorry.
What's out of curiosity, what's Motier's rating? What are you warrant officer for?
Electronic warfare specialist. Stand by. I've got it.
90s. Nightclub 80s.
He is a 70 Bravo. Actually, electromagnetic warfare technician. Basically,
Okay. Yeah.
he worked with radar systems and targeting and missile
No.
defense and
Just saying.
countering that.
Hmm.
We'll just set that on loop.
But he also had a little bit more of a cybersecurity background before he got into the service.
Alright, let me try.
So,
Okay.
could you commandeer someone else's missiles, maybe? And direct them somewhere else?
I can keep us from getting our asses blown
Alright.
apart by radio IEDs.
That
Oh.
seems useful, actually.
Yes.
What about detonating radio IEDs when the other guy's not expecting it?
Depends on.
That's a bit
'cause-
harder, but
Yeah.
As they're putting them down, you mean?
Well, so to do that, A, it needs to be armed. B, a lot of those are actually cell phone because that's the best long-range radio that a lot of them have. So it's a very unique thing, and there's a lot of communications that I just cannot know.
What about beepers?
yeah. Anyway, all right. So we're in the club. I assume this is like a random Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. Though rum and coke is half off for some reason.
I will be right back. Sorry.
Motier is
assume-
going to go ahead and get a round of rum and cokes.
Yeah.
And
assume
then
I'm
he's going to
that way.
slide a 50 for the barman with a make him strong and keep him coming.
You managed to get a rum and coke that's actually rum and coke. Not
Coke.
Coke
And then the flavoring of
one flavored coke.
Good. All right, gentlemen. So, that was fucked up. The situation we're in is not exactly how we all thought our lives would be, but you know what? Fuck it. We gotta play the hand we're dealt. So what did the kind major debrief you all on? Master Sergeant, why don't you start us off?
Well, to be perfectly honest, this is basically the same old bullshit as usual. I mean, for me, but okay, I had a nice little conversation. Asked her what exactly was going on, and she fairly level with me, to be honest, or at least as much as she could.
Did she go into anything about the Op4, the DARPA team that we came across?
Little bit. They knew about the guy, with the black gook in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he. I'm not gonna. No, we're not gonna get into too much detail on that guy. You don't know. I wish I didn't know.
So, are we on the hook for anything? What would you tell her that might come back to bite us in the ass?
They knew everything was going on. I'm pretty sure they were watching this whole damn time.
They weren't. Staff Sergeant, how about Callhart? What'd you let slip?
Nothing. Kept the conversation as bland as possible. You don't talk to someone interrogating you and give them information. What the hell?
Good man. Corporal Meyer, how about you? What'd you let slip?
I think he's
Meyer's off going to the bathroom. Darren.
I didn't say shit.
Good man.
As far as they know, I still think that thing's some weird guy in a fucking suit. I heard about these furry guys, but this is something whole fucking another level.
That's right. Okay. Reinbach, did you let anything slip? Reinbach must be off with Corporal. God damn. I wish they'd turn up the lights so I could see who the fuck's around this table.
Sorry, I had my mute on. Also, I don't know if he'd be there. He's technically still enlisted. So unless you want everyone to get...
Yeah, no, I've invited our group out.
Oh,
Granted,
okay.
I said assigned 3 different buses that were going in, such that it wasn't the whole group leaving as one to throw up some red flags. But yeah,
sorry, I got confused.
Open my personal vehicle.
Everyone's here at the club. So Reinbach, what did you let slip? Or better yet, what did you learn?
Not much. Either way. I just smiled and nodded as much as I could.
You want to know what we learned?
Yeah. If anyone's got some insight they'd like to put forward that they think they learned.
By the way, what happened to the tribes in character?
Well, they, I ended up actually turning them over. While we were hospitalized, I took another look at them. They were pretty heavily encrypted, and nothing I had could actually get through that information, so...
Shit, man, you should let me know.
What, you got some script kiddie hacks that'll be able to crack it?
I just laugh. Buddy, there's a reason I got stuck with this shit. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it's still in front of the courts, but let's just say I got in trouble because of this sort of shit.
Well...
It's probably for the best, but I don't give a damn about that. Oh,
nah, hell, shit, I didn't know.
You guys really want to take a look at those drives again?
Well, there's information.
I won't say we can't. I'm pretty sure we could probably get the major to bring them back to us.
I'm pretty sure, given our current situation and given the...
Did anyone get contact information for the major?
Nope.
I certainly didn't.
Wasn't trying to get a date.
I'd attack that.
I could probably find out if you really want.
I don't think we want to be putting out feelers looking for somebody like that.
No.
No, I am going to.
Okay.
So Master Sergeant, between me and you, let's see if we can't get back in contact, get an update. Because there's a few things that I'm still not 100% on. Primary thing of which is... So what I learned is, apparently, they were part of Delta Force, but they went rogue, you could say. But what doesn't make any sense, they are the ones who called Apollo. If they're a rogue unit, why the fuck are you coming out of the dark to call the people you're running or hiding from?
Maybe they
It makes
thought
no
they were
goddamn
actually.
sense.
Maybe they thought they were actually going to help instead of take them out.
Oh, they were sui
Either
sponte.
that or they wanted to
You
clean
were
up.
running from these people to go do your own thing off in the boonies.
I don't
You
fucking
don't
know,
come
man.
crawling back to
They-
them.
They crawl
Well,
into
they were-
an Air Force base and set down a
They were
thing.
They were
Doesn't
sui
want to say it
sponte.
out loud.
They
Do
were
we
sui
know
sponte.
that
That doesn't.
Apollo wasn't necessarily also part of. Because the thing is, right? The Major exists as an entity distinct from, as far as I'm aware, exists as an entity distinct from Apollo and from DARPA Agent Smith and his minions.
Nah.
No,
Yeah,
Smith was on
okay,
his own.
so there's 3 factions here. Well, kind of.
Well,
Apollo
two.
It's all
is
one faction.
Delta Green.
Clearly, Apollo and John Smith were in this together. That was a
Yes.
planned response. There was a planned response. That was all coordinated.
Yes, and Apollo is Delta Green, which by proxy means that Mr.
How do
Smith
we know that? How do we
was
know
Delta
Apollo is Delta Green?
No, well, strictly
Apollo-
speaking, all
all-
of Apollo might not be, but
all we
certainly
know is
Captain
that-
Brigand.
Yeah,
And
I
how do
don't
we know
think-
that?
I don't think the DARPA guy actually contacted Brigand and had him come out on his own. I think he contacted someone else. They sent Brigand.
But
They
it
were
wouldn't
For
matter
all we
anyways
know,
because
they could have been contacting someone outside who then contacted Delta.
They were
have
there.
no
the whole-
idea.
They
They
had
were
somebody-
there.
Could have tripped
They were-
something.
Guys, they were on standby the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not
Okay.
a.
it was
No.
They
planned.
were part of this from the jump.
Ugh.
I think
So,
they were.
no,
I think they were
it's-
monitoring.
Yeah, they were.
DARPA.
I
They were
don't
monitoring
think
actually-
that they
They
were.
weren't
I
actually
don't-
with them.
I would be willing to bet that DARPA has absolutely nothing to do with any of this.
No,
Well, no shit.
God, no.
All of it's covered.
No,
I
DARPA's
think that's a
covered.
given.
Yeah.
So the rogue unit, I don't think is actually rogue, and I want to know just how not rogue
Well-
that unit is. They might have been doing something stupid, but I think they just fucked up and are being written out of the ledger. Sorry.
Okay.
go ahead.
So
Yeah.
go ahead.
They could have gone rogue on site, and then disinformation and denial campaign starts, right? It happens. It happens all the time. You get a unit in somewhere they're not supposed to be. Shit goes south. Government's going to sit there and wipe their hands of it. We were never there. That's a rogue unit. That type of shit.
Yeah. So as far as I know, the truck and the box, where the hell is in the box, as we didn't look, that was supposed to be on the other side of the country. That's what the Major told me.
Yeah. But somebody
And-
authorized it to not be. And
Well,
authorized it to
yeah,
be.
that's the thing.
No,
Make it not
not
be.
strictly. It might have been stolen. Did you say it
Stolen,
was stolen?
stolen
Well,
by somebody
they
who's got a
didn't
Black
know.
Hawk full of operators on standby.
No, they see. I don't think Brigand had anything to do with the truck being there.
He absolutely had something to do with the truck being there. Him and
I
his
think he-
people. Him and his
I
people were
think they
part
were
of this
watching.
thing from the beginning.
I think he was watching the DARPA guy.
No, so here's how I see this
What,
all
so-
playing out.
So did they let it walk? And then they're like, okay, well,
No.
let's see how this plays out. Is that
See,
what they
that's
were
what I
doing?
don't know. It
No,
might have
here's-
been.
Because if
Here's-
that's what they were doing, then they were criminally negligent.
Here's
At the
how
very
I
least.
see this op going out. So, probably this isn't the first. This probably isn't even the 15th time that this group has had contact with UFOs. They already knew the people and the players in the game. So here's how I see this going down. You've got Group A. We'll call it John Smith's group. They might have had something scheduled in, and they might have some people backing them higher up on the food chain. They want to get themselves a spaceship. Because I guarantee you, the drives and if the energy and the profile that I saw coming off of the computers in the van is anything to go by, it wasn't a busted sensor. That kind of energy transmission is unparalleled to whatever we've got. So we're talking buku dollars. That's the end of any sort of energy race or arms race.
Whatever whatever that Apache went after at the tail end there too was moving like a.
That too as well. So
Brain.
they want to get their hands on it. They use the
Brainstorm
device,
here.
but they don't. That's not terrestrial. They don't know exactly what's going to happen. I'm guessing they didn't test it properly. So they use the device. They go crazy.
That was the test properly.
They fucked up. Well, here's the thing. I don't think they were supposed to go crazy. It's inside its lead-lined box. They had all of their protective gear. I think they thought they were going to be just fine, but something went sideways, and then they went crazy. And instead of sinking the ship, and we still have the ship, I assume. So we still got what they came for. But the team on site went crazy. We terminated them and removed any ability for them to explain their side, not that it might have been useful. And then their friends show up, also Delta Green, called Apollo. They show up, secure the situation. They were outside of the range, so maybe they knew things were going bad, which means that whoever's up in the food chain sponsoring this stolen mission also knew it was going to go badly. But that's up to speculation. They had Team 2 come in and make sure that the scene was secured, and now they got themselves a nice spaceship and all the tech there within. That's how I think this went down.
What was that guy's name? Ross something or other?
Brigand.
Gavin Ross.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, Gavin Ross. Yeah.
Still don't know how he.
Did
Nobody
anyone
looked for
mention him?
into this.
Nobody looked for anything to do with that name.
Did anyone mention him to the Major?
No.
Oh, I did.
What'd she say?
And she asked if they said anything or named any names, and I told her they named Gavin Ross. That was about it.
Did she react?
Not really.
Alrighty. Well.
So that's either good or bad.
On that.
Did we ask about that or not?
I don't think we asked.
That is something to inquire into. So maybe Gavin Ross is the name of their backer.
If we're gonna tread on this, we tread lightly. That's a given.
Oh yeah.
We don't go for face first into this because it's gonna get a shot pretty quick. The whole team.
We're kind of already face first in this, so.
We're face first in shit. We're not face first up someone's ass at this point.
Yeah, right now all they're doing is sending us to Iraq. They could just be shooting us.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they didn't.
It's what they did to Major Jones.
Yeah.
I don't think Major Jones cooperated.
Major Jones lost his shit.
Yeah.
See, I'm sure his shit was lost before he started. So
I'm still a little bit worried about the whole Coca-Cola thing because that kind of, yeah.
As a quick clarification, a couple of people from the annex have also been transferred with you guys to this unit. Usually one of those small people, Major Jones, and basically most of the other casualties were listed as deaths in the plane crash. The first sergeant not first sergeant, but whatever the Air Force version of the command sergeant got a medical discharge. So he's out.
The old guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 70-year-old thing.
Well, shit, I kind of wanted to talk to him because.
Yeah, I mean
I had a feeling
talk to him.
He still exists. He's just not on service. Yeah.
Yeah. Could I try and find a number for him to call him?
Oh yeah, you definitely could. Anderson, you don't know what happened to him. You haven't heard any scuttlebutt about that. Cantu is also missing. He's not listed dead in the official report. LaCroix and Utrecht are all listed as dead in the official report.
Oh, they were still on the ship when we left, right?
Correct. Cantu wasn't. We dragged his ass off.
Right.
No, it wasn't Cantu.
That was
there's too many names.
Yeah, it was Shannon and the other private.
Okay, so who else up here with us? Shannon, I know Geiger's up here from some other stuff. Spike's up here. Who else we got?
I thought Spike was on the base
Say again, handler.
Oh, so I didn't hear what was said, so I said say again.
All right.
Sorry. Okay.
Who's here besides Geiger and the lieutenant?
Autumn is a play character. Siba. Oh no, Siba got nothing. No, Siba's here, as well as Young. And
so like 3 or 4 others, yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4 others.
Okay.
Oh, Spike's up, PC. Hang on.
Alrighty, so Master Sergeant, you and I are going to see if we can't find a little bit, get an update on where the investigation's going and what's the. I'm going to see if I can't get a status on what the ship is, where the ship's at. I might need your assistance. Reinbach, you wouldn't happen to have rubber ducky or any sort of remote access tools or otherwise that I might be able to borrow from you?
Fortunately, I took my suite when I got reassigned, quote unquote. So
I got my tool back.
I had to build shit back up. Give
know
me a
that
day or two. I'll
necessarily-
see what I can scrounge.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, take
just,
a look at my
well-
tool bag. It's got more than a few things in it.
I mean, we're probably dealing with.
If you want, okay, if they have your stuff, they probably can bring it back to you. Because we're working with them, they'll probably get it back.
I can ask.
I can ask for you as well.
They brought
Yeah.
all of mine back, but the most insensitive thing in mine was an old 6-color desert patrol cap.
Some of us got shinier toys than others, but they are no less special to each and every one of us. I'll make sure we get what's ours that isn't strictly controlled gets returned to us.
Aaron, you want your M60 back?
Man,
It
I
was,
did put a flamethrower on that little drone.
What, the,
It was not returned
What-
to me.
what was the last
unfortunately,
4
I
on the
believe.
serial on it?
Would you like it
Do
back?
you know?
Yes, I would very much like it back. I believe that machine gun has solved many problems.
It probably has.
I don't
Well,
think there is
so-
any creature the devil can put on this earth that it cannot
Darren.
send back.
Do you remember
Yes.
the last 4 of the serial number on that thing?
Darren probably does. Honestly, it was his gun.
Alright. Yeah, make us a list of
It's in the armory.
what we need.
Yeah. Everyone put down a list. Master Sergeant and I'll go
You know
to
what else is in the armory up
Light
here?
Colonel.
I mean, I was looking at. I put in a requisition for a Scar H, a handful of hand grenades, some C4. Apparently, you can fill out a form for a flamethrower, but I don't think we're allowed to use those no more.
Hey, no, you put that down not
Not
as
for
strictly
a
for
while.
flame throwing things. That's outstanding weed control.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's to clear vegetation.
Yes.
It's the same with white phosphorus. I understand.
Yeah.
The other funny
Hey,
thing.
Bomb.
The other funny thing I saw in the armory. Did they got a cold anaconda?
No.
A cold anaconda that looks remarkably similar to the one Major Jones shot himself in the foot with.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Could we
Somebody-
get that?
Hey, Darren, I need
They
you
brought
to
the.
whatever it takes, get that requisition to me, please. I beg you. I will sign my name. I will sign over my fucking soul.
Right? I don't deal in souls, but I do deal in whiskey, and I'll see what I can do.
I can get you the best whiskey the state has to offer.
It's not great.
You cannot afford the best whiskey the state has to offer.
Perhaps not. I'll get you like the 201st, like the most $80 a bottle if best whiskey you've ever had.
That's good enough for me. I'm down with $20 a bottle. All right. I'll put in the forms for you. I'll get that all sorted. I'll see if I can get you that pistol. It was his personal firearm, correct?
That thing existed on none of the base
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, that's good. I can just take it.
If you need some assistance
It's
with
It's clearly signed
restructuring
into
some
something now.
logistics.
It's signed into something now. It's in the armory, and he's dead. So
if you need assistance restructuring logistics such that it just happens to not be anyone's and you can make requisitions for it, either I or Weinbach will be able to help you with that.
I mean, if you ask for a 44 revolver, I don't think they've got many others in there.
Fair enough. All right, so
Everybody, I'd like
we've
to
got a list of
44 revolver with a
extracurriculars.
slight amount of blood on the tip.
guys. Hey, real quick, I just made a channel called Requisitions. Everybody can make an individual post of what they think we need, and then like people can check it periodically and handle it.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Outstanding. All right, so I do want to go over. We've got a fairly nice little list of extracurriculars we can involve ourselves with over the next few weeks.
Yeah, what the
Who's
fuck
wanting
is
to
this
do
shit?
what?
What the actual fuck is half of this? Why do I need to sign a drug waiver?
Because the class has drugs. You
It's
silly.
a good class, kid. It's a good class. I fell asleep. I had fun, I think.
Who just asked why they need to sign a drug waiver?
Meyer.
Don't ask too many questions.
Oh, don't worry, Meyer. You'll
Yeah.
find out when you go to SEER school.
Oh, brother.
So I'll be taking the marksmanship course because obviously I've been a desk jockey. If we're going to Afghanistan, I need to learn how to fucking shoot. And actually,
Barrel towards enemy.
I'm
mean-
gonna see.
If you don't know how to shoot, you'll fit right in as an Afghan. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I'd rather fit in with the Americans.
Right. I'll teach you. I'll do what I can. I'll teach you. Take some time out of the day to teach you so you don't get yourself killed, and preferably don't get us killed or me killed.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can certainly
of you-
take a couple of the weekends.
Let's see.
Do any of you know anything about what a TVR3 is?
That's some kind of like radio frequency.
You know anything, right? You know anything, Modier? This is like
would
we've got like some
Motier know this?
training
It's a
on some
fairly new
kind
bit
of
of tech.
center nonsense.
It was one of the trainings. You do know that there's a couple of them listed in the unit only, like with the general optics and night vision and stuff. However, you do know it's not rated for night use. It's confusing. It's weird.
And he has no idea what it is.
No.
It's a brand new style of optic. It's pseudo night vision, kind of.
Okay, well I guess
I don't really know it.
one of us ought to take that, right?
At least one of us, so that the rest of us can try and learn.
I'll take it, I guess. I don't know what the hell the thing is, but if somebody thought it was important enough to send, well, maybe it'll be useful.
Most certainly. I look forward to your updates on that. So I got taking an asymmetric reconnaissance techniques with whom? Master Sergeant?
I'm taking the tactical combative level 2 and the what's the other one? Shit. Yeah, the reconnaissance one.
Yeah.
I need to brush up. I'm taking the other one. I'm doing fieldcraft stuff. I need to brush up on that. I haven't tried to bust any of that since I was last over there.
How about you, Reinbach? What are you taking?
I haven't even looked. Out of character, I haven't even looked. I'm still looking through the list of stuff here.
I'll tell you, you probably need to brush up on your marksmanship, being as you're a fellow code monkey.
I tried my best to make the descriptions as uninformative as possible as I could.
Yeah, in the
The
finest traditions of the army.
marksmanship course.
I had fun.
More yokel
I had fun
from
making
circle
those.
and
I was
roll
like,
combat
how could I
training.
say? Yeah. How can I say a lot of words that doesn't tell you what this class is?
I'd almost want to go for polycryptic signal encoding, but from the
If you're a-
description, it seemed to be just, one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen. And I doubt it'll be particularly useful.
Which is that one? I didn't
It's
even
a
look.
will.
I figured it was polytechnic nonsense, and I'm not an egghead.
An advanced class for signals and intelligence encryption and protection. The flyer features some kind of mathematical formula in a big artistic font that has no possible solution. This is the type of thing that is probably useless in the field, but will look great on your fit rep. Yeah,
Well, if
I've
you're an
seen
AWO
that
guy,
shit before.
it seems like that's your
Probably gonna
wheelhouse,
be-
huh?
It would be, but he probably doesn't need to boost it that much, and B, that's gonna be like theory of, and nothing fucking uses it.
I will also say that all the instructors for these classes are staying at Lewis McCall. You can call them back. There's contact information for them through the unit. That's how you sign up for the class in the first place.
Question:
So
is the TBR3, is that the main picture, the giant thing on top of the rifle? With the optical.
That was the inspiration, but it has advanced to a more hand portable one.
A more hand portable. Sure, they knocked an inch off the side.
Corporal Cole will take that hit for the rest of us.
Already,
Somebody else can too, but
I took the TVR7 and the asymmetric reconnaissance.
Oh, so we got 3 people in the druggy class.
All right, well, we're here for the drug testing.
We'll have another meeting here in a few months and go compare notes.
Okay, 2 of these classes.
Alrighty. Anything else someone wants to bring up? Alrighty. Good meeting, y'all.
Hang on a
Enjoy
minute.
yourselves.
Has anybody heard anybody about who Spike replaces the XO? That's odd, because that's an awful high appointment to just have somebody drop into.
Probably handler. What's the answer to who replaced Spike as XO?
No, that Spike replaced, because he's the XO here now. He is our XO.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I thought he was at the end, so.
It was a second lieutenant who did not make cut for captain. He retired out. He did not.
Air quotes on retired.
Yeah, he did not. He's not. He was given the option
Is
for
he
another
in the same
deployment.
bag as
to
the
retire
major?
it,
God damn it.
that's a cozy
Now-
bag. Those things aren't big.
Now, usually, if an officer doesn't make rank twice in a row, they'll quote unquote retire out of the military.
Yeah,
And
it sounds
that
like one of those situations.
Yeah, usually what that actually means is like he got pressured just to leave because it was for his own good, because he's going to remain the same rank forever.
And as an officer, if you're not ranking up, you're fucking up.
Yeah, I did know one 50-year-old lieutenant. He was actually a really nice guy.
Had you been there the whole time?
Yeah, because that was the thing. Is like he was in some specific MOS at this one base, and he didn't have to move. And
So
so
he just
he's like, and I'm like, okay.
It's a way to do it.
You got medical. You got you got a nice matching retirement. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, officers also have to do what is it? They have to have command time and they have to have mission time. It's
Right.
fucking stupid.
Alrighty. Good meeting. Now, Sergeant, you and I will have to get together in the coming week.
All right.
Trying to get some updates.
All right.
Do not do anything so stupid that you cannot regret it in the morning. Otherwise, enjoy your evening, gentlemen. And Motier is going to go up to the bar, get just a straight whiskey, knock it back, and start walking the town looking for a motorcycle dealership.
I mean, I got my Jeep still.
Do
My-
you?
What do I?
How did you get your Jeep up here?
We transferred.
It was a
You drove
personal. Yeah, it's my personal vehicle.
Oh, so I thought that we had. At which point, Motier's got his motorcycle already up here. You're just gonna go out for a motorcycle ride.
Yeah, you've got your Jeep. I brought my Lincoln Continental.
And if that,
I
and
rode the
if
bus.
And if it's not a case of them saying that we can have our vehicles back that were on post, well, that was one of my bonds, so I'm getting it back, or I'm writing another character.
All right, handler, how does it play out?
The personal vehicles are transferred. They're all your property.
We get like
Hot diggity.
That would have been a fucking hilarious like interlude mission. We gotta go break his car out of impound. Like,
that would have been great.
We can go find the weed goblin.
That's a hell of a great weekend. I tell you what.
And for some reason, the whole team was arrested and now are behind bars.
I keep a handcuff key in my boot, so.
God.
No,
And
my
we're on the
husband
run
did
and
have
wanted by the cops.
did have his car stolen out of the private storage company that the Army had paid to keep it while he was on deployment. And Army was like, "That's not our fault." He's like,
Oh,
my
man.
car!
Ah!
My
That would've been-
car!
I think you had missed the perfect opportunity for like some of our private vehicles to get impounded, and we go to get them, and just to find out that like they got stolen, and then we do like this international heist thing.
There's much future ahead of us.
There's
Don't you
still
worry.
time. We're gonna be
Don't
in.
give
We're
me
gonna
any
be.
ideas.
We're
The
gonna be.
budgets get
So
smaller, the decisions get worse. Don't you worry.
So Lewis McCord's where we're gonna be based out of for the foreseeable future.
So
but, like,
there's
going
a
overseas.
there's a few months of prep time, which is kind of like we're playing out right here, and then you also kind of you're getting told what's going to happen once you get to Baghdad. So you're getting some intel briefings on stuff. You can start reading into that. Yeah.
I assume that now that we're out of the annex, they finally make me get rid of my old BDUs.
Yes. You now no longer have grade BDUs.
God damn it!
But I tell you what, you keep your cap. Anyone gives you gov, you send them to me, or you send them to the master sergeant.
Well, I mean, I'm keeping them, but I just can't wear them.
Well,
at least not in
wear
this
your
country.
hat.
When we're back in the sandbox,
damn straight. I got myself a nice little boonie hat. Alright,
you guys also have relaxed shaving profiles.
Well, ain't that neat?
Relaxed what?
Shaving profile.
Ah, perfect.
Well, that makes sense.
Motier is actually going to be a bit of a stickler. So mustaches are fine. If you can grow a beard and it looks nice, that's fine. If you're trying to grow out a beard and it looks patchy, you've got a whopping 1 week. If it still looks patchy at the end of the week, congratulations. He's going to be on your ass about keeping yourself looking fucking professional.
Fair.
Only
Get an advanced drone.
My character's not growing a beard. He's too white to pass off as an Afghani or an Iraqi, so it's just not going to work out. I'm just gonna keep.
Oh, Reinbuck is
Darren
too white.
will grow out a beard.
80s cop is exactly what Meyer's doing.
I think we'll just keep clean shaven. Just stick with that if we can.
Actually, no, probably still clean shaven. All right.
He's not a guy. He's not a bearded man. Let's see.
I guess what? So Sieber was the idiot, right?
What do you mean by the idiot? Hang on.
Which
There's a lot
idiot?
I possess a bit of additional knowledge. I apologize for that. What's like, so Sieber? What position has Sieber been transferred into up here, Lewis McCord?
She's been stuck in the motor pool.
Okay, so he's still doing like fuck of shit, picking up boxes and putting them down.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
been
still doing
he's
that,
been
yeah.
putting
Here
boxes
with us?
away the entire time.
Siba is a 20-year-old African
He's
woman.
stuck in a loop.
Sieber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Is Geiger in admin up here too?
Yes. Geiger's is admin. She's been assigned to HQ section. So she's in the whatever the 6-man command team is called, where she does the paperwork.
Oh, hey. Motier is going to ask her if she knows. So I'm gonna assume we're past the meeting. Want to get into the rest of it. Motier wants to ask her if she's got contact information for the major who is leading the investigation.
I mean, go on.
Yeah, I want to get a hold of the senior sergeant too.
Even if it's like an email to a shifting email box where occasionally you get one that says hasn't been delivered and you gotta go find it again. Her new one.
Well, she was Jack. She's gonna have it. She's gonna have an army.mil.
Assuming
Not that actually goes into her
well,
useful.
she was Air Force Jack.
Okay, then she'll have an Air Force.mil.
I realize that doesn't matter, but
if she really was Jack.
I mean, I'll believe that she was a lawyer. I don't know that I believe that was her real name.
If she was, if she uses it as a cover, often,
Then
she's still gonna, gonna have. It's gonna have an email that you can get a hold of her by. She might not answer. She might not answer, but she will see it.
What sort of uniform was she in?
She was in a.
Wait, was she even in any
Air
of them?
Force Blues, I assume.
Man,
You know, we never really asked.
No, she was in.
Master Sergeant got all the
Basic
goods.
comment.
She came to him naked.
You got special treatment, I guess.
I'm old. What can I say?
She brought you the blue pills.
They just want to get rid of
Why
me
did you
somewhere nice
ask for
and
this?
quiet.
I can't find my notes, and I can't remember what her fucking name was.
Whose name?
Gotcha. The major.
Oh shoot! I have to go dig that up. Gago gets back to you that she finds the internal contact number for the JAG unit she's in Arizona.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make some calls. I'm gonna make some calls from a payphone, or no, unless there's a secure line on base.
Yeah, there's an internal secure line.
Then I'll make calls from there.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm just gonna make disapproving noises.
Feel free.
Ring ring.
We'll be right back.
It rings, and a young man answers the phone. It's like, hello, welcome to 359th, Air Wing Command JAG.
I suppose I should switch the music.
I'm looking for Major. Sorry, what's her name? My character would know, but the player does not.
Yes, I am desperately flipping pages of a manual right now.
We'll call her Major Lauren as a placeholder, yeah? Or do we really want to see it?
We can do that.
All right. I'm looking for Major Lauren.
Major Lauren is in a meeting right now. I can take a message.
It's gonna be the answer every time.
This is Raymond Motier, warrant officer, first class. Looking for an update on our case. She can get back to me. Actually, I got an email address that she can get back to me at that I was able to set up, and he's gonna give him essentially a dummy email address that it's gonna be live for the next few weeks, and then it'll die, and then a new one will take its place. He'll give him that email address. Please please let her know as soon as she's done with the meeting.
He goes, watch that. He writes it down. In the case update, do you have slightly more specific information?
She knows who I am, and she knows what case that's about. I don't know you, and I don't want to say anything that might get you in trouble.
Okay, man. Like, all right, got it written down. I'll give it to her when she gets out of meeting.
And then he'll give it, 24 hours.
Yeah. 18 hours later, a email pings into that inbox. It is a email from another spoof email, like it's not the U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force.gov or anything. It's just a random Outlook email address. It's a link.
It's a redirect email.
Yeah, it's a link with another email address, and a series of numbers and directions, like up, down, left, right.
All right. The player does not know, but I assume Motier might have a feeling about what the additional symbols are. What do you want me to roll?
Say again, or anything that would involve like operational security.
Got comp sci. Or what?
Yeah, comp sci, say again.
Nice.
So this is a way to set up a ongoing rotating dead drop system, sort of. Information get passed forth. The code, essentially, it's a way to signal what the next email address will be once the other one perishes, right? And so it's a way to have communication without there being a specific source that can be traced back.
Rolling encryption, lovely. So he'll go ahead and type it in. Basically, he's gonna ask for an update on status of the drives, anything useful learned from that, or status of the ship. Was it secured correctly? Any difficulties with that? Anything he has to worry about? Also, difficulties with people, and is there anything that needs to be checked in on his end? So, a little bit of give, a little bit of take.
Some rolls of dice. All right, so you get back response. It says the plane crash. There's like an extra comma in there, like emphasis. Is an ongoing investigation. I cannot give anything to you about.
Can't make comment on an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, an ongoing investigation. In that sense, is the private security company that was involved only has up-to-date licensure in the United States and Western Europe.
I knew it. It's all France's fault.
No, it's in Spanish.
It always is France's fault.
That's
And this
interesting.
is bad ways we're going to have to nuke France.
I am gonna ask her, who is Gavin Ross?
Oh, fine.
Actually, I'm not gonna say Gavin Ross. I'm gonna say, who is GR?
That's probably significantly safer.
Yeah.
Does she show up the next day?
No, she does not. A little bit later, you get a link to a database you have access to. It's an internal crime enforcement database that military has access to. So it's the one that allows sharing information between civilian and military police. And as military police unit, you'd have access to this database.
So the FBI.
Yeah.
What? So is it NCIC?
It's perfect. You get a case file link.
Alrighty, he's gonna click. He's gonna start exploring. If possible, he'll let Master Sergeant know what's going on, and he'll bring it all. Hey, got a response back. Take a look at this, and I'll start going through it.
Okay.
It shows that there was a Gavin Ross who was a employee of the United States State Department. He worked as a translator in various embassies in South America for several decades. He then went on to be a contractor on various, like a research contractor, so like putting down, names, investigations, and stuff on various investigations by FBI, CIA, and like just other investigative agencies of various kinds for several years. He then retired, got a law degree sometime in 1997. And then he went missing in a car accident in 2003.
Missing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The car was overturned, fell into a river, and he was never found. That's why there's an FBI case on file. It's a cold case file.
It's a missing person file.
Yeah, it's a cold case missing person file from 2006.
Well, we certainly have proof that he is alive and well, if that is actually our Gavin Ross.
So we've got this file. I assume this is like an NCIC entry or something similar. So do we have like that would be, assuming it is what I think it is, that would be we'd have like fingerprints if they have them. We'd have identifying marks, height, weight, all that shit.
Yeah, you can fingerprints, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can do it down to that database.
Do we have a picture?
Yeah.
They usually just pull a DMV photo for those.
Yes, DMV photo, Caucasian man. He, at this point, is on the older side. He's tan, looks like some sort of Spanish ancestry, like from Spain.
It's like vaguely Mediterranean.
Castilian?
Yeah, sure. And
My bad.
yeah, he has a degree in Spanish, and in international studies. Later went back for his master's in law. Long-term government bureaucratic employee.
Who's the reporting agency for him as missing person? Is it like local PD or is it like the feds?
The initial report was by local police department. They got to the scene first, but it's currently an FBI investigation. He was traveling out of state.
Okay, that's odd.
Oh,
that's not normal.
All right, recognizing that my character doesn't have that file, this guy, car rolls over. He can't find his body. He's missing.
Yeah, no.
And one of our missions coming up is to go investigate the kidnapping of a person.
The other thing that, my day job is in like a law enforcement dispatch. I deal with NCIC and missing person stuff, right? The feds actually working, like entering and doing all that shit on a missing persons case is really fucking weird.
Not if he was a contractor that did consultation across
even
the state.
Then, it's really fucking weird. Like local agency, the local agency is almost always the actual like reporting people.
Yeah.
The feds will assist, but it's really weird for them to be listed as primary.
Mm-hmm. There's like a weird footnote about how he was working in Washington D.C. area in an out-of-state department job, and was traveling in like Pennsylvania. And
where's his listed home address?
Listed home address is in Maryland.
So like probably okay.
Yeah.
So
they kind of wiggle in like this shoehorny. It's a cross-state matter. They have jurisdiction.
Somebody with a lot of authority wanted to make damn sure this guy got found, and was gonna throw that authority around to take it over.
Alrighty, so you want to ask some questions to what was it? Major who?
Knots.
Major Knots is her actual name.
Yes.
So you want to ask some questions to Major Knots about it?
No. Like, I have questions. I want to ask nobody anything over anything written.
Well, come on. We've got a bit of a target painted on our back, because whoever the hell was able to bring down an entire ass UFO using alien technology, and we fucked up their plans, because I guarantee you... The
Deuce is an age-old weapon. It is capable of...
We will be on Mars using Mod Deuce, I guarantee you, but we've got people with alien tech, and we fucked up their plans. They're probably gunning for us at some level.
And so I'm not going to make it any easier for them by searching for them.
Okay,
so pinging any of their own, like, internal...
It's hard to see the punch coming when you bury your head in the sand.
Okay, how about
wouldn't say that's what I'm doing here.
How about this? Okay. How about we get the Major to come to us, talk to us here?
Or
are we finally getting to her?
As Colmeyer, I want nothing to do with a further investigation. If you guys do it, I will participate, but I'm not going to instigate.
Alright.
Did you realize that we are actually working for her, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll know who you're working for. Whoever she's working for.
That doesn't concern me. The thing that concerns me is that the people we're dealing with almost definitely have feelers out and are going to find out somebody's asking about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't want to trip that and get them looking at us harder.
Yeah.
Oh, we've done worse than ask about them. Mm-hmm. We've gone and straight up ruined their plans.
But do they know? That's the question. Do they know that we've done?
If they wanted us dead for that, we'd already be dead.
Exactly.
I highly doubt that, because it's kind of hard to reach us, but it just takes time.
It's not hard at all to reach us. All of us are DoD personnel. With the level of access they have, they can sit there, tap our name into a system, tap our DoD serial number into the system, and there they are. They're at Lewis McCord. And then they drive their happy ass up here in a black van and machine gun us.
I haven't looked up my own file yet, but I don't think we're at Lewis McCord yet. I'm pretty sure we disappeared shortly thereafter.
For clarification, DM, the transfer to Lewis McCord is legal and above board.
The transfer to Lewis McCord is legal and above board.
Like, all that paperwork's clear.
Mm-hmm. You're operating an above board mission on an above board unit at an above board base.
The thing that's swirly is exactly what we're investigating in Iraq, but the fact that we're in Iraq doing investigations is like the Army will freely admit that.
Yes.
I see. So only partial cover. That's
better
you're
than
still
none.
Getting paid.
I suddenly feel a lot more fucking exposed now.
Yeah, you see why I'm so worried about you poking around looking at stuff.
Yeah.
I hear you, but we've already fucked up, and they know the people who fucked their plan up. We are going to get targeted.
Yes, it was the guys in the back of the
know
truck.
Who's coming for me.
They know.
Like I said, I'm not going to stop you. Go ahead.
They know that someone fucked their plan up. They
know
that
know
people
that
are
the
on
base,
this base. Do they know?
The only people who could possibly fuck their plan up is either A, their own people who are all dead, or B, the people on base.
Yes.
Some of which are dead, some of which have just been moved en masse to McCord to get the fuck out of the country. I wonder who.
Well, they can come over here and try if they want to. I don't imagine it going very well for them.
Are you packing a weapon on base that I don't know of?
I'm just saying. It's not just us on this base. There's, as I understand, there's quite a few other people here with guns as well.
Yeah, that would be...
If they want us dead, though. If they want us dead, we will be.
Yeah.
Corporal
we'll have an accident.
Is...
I'm not saying I feel comfortable being here. God, no. I'm just saying, if someone shows up in a black van, that's going to trigger every alarm within God knows how far.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a black van. You're gonna be
No.
at the strip club like we are now. We're gonna be hanging out. Some pretty lady's gonna walk up to you and say, "Hey, come back to my place." And next thing you know, you're lying in a fucking river face down. It's just how that shit kind of works.
So how about we not go home then? Let's just have our drinks and get the hell out of here.
Well, let's not go that far.
When we cut and run, we're definitely dead. Right now, we're useful.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're being watched by somebody and not just on our own. Because if they wanted us dead,
I mean,
if they wanted us dead,
okay.
we would be dead. Somebody is watching our backs. Here.
Yeah, you see.
I almost have a
get
100% feeling about that.
feeling
How-
of making you guys slightly more public by putting you on an official billet at a pretty secure base, and then shipping you out.
How much-
What's the plan?
how much did Olsen say to the rest of us about the sales pitch he got specifically? Right, because the thing that your sales
Honestly,
pitch
I don't
included,
remember all of what you said, so I was kind of.
the-
I would basically tell you guys everything that
Okay.
I was told.
because the thing that your sales pitch included, that none of, like, I didn't ask any questions. Motier asked a lot of questions, but missed this specific bit, right? Your sales pitch specifically included language that was basically, we need people who are aware that there is fuckery happening,
Yeah.
but we aren't allowed to make people aware that fuckery is happening. You now know, which means we can use you. Right? And,
Yeah.
like,
In our previous meeting, did you communicate this?
Yes, I would have told you guys everything. I would have told you everything that I.
Which I would say Motier sort of intuited, but we'll leave that up to the handler.
yeah,
I was not taking notes.
Yeah.
I was. So yeah, I did not say everything I said.
Thank goodness we got a full viewing
Yes,
and
yes.
recorded tapes.
Yes. And I didn't. I haven't watched the tape
nice.
yet. So
I just have to get over my phobia of listening to my own voice on audio.
yeah, mine sounds weird too.
It sounds weird to all of us.
Oh, thanks.
Well,
so that's,
I have a speech impediment that my own ears can't pick up, and so to me, I sound like an entirely different person on
Oh, no.
audio. It's very liminal. That's not the word for it. I don't know. It's funny, but yeah. So Olsen specifically got the most of this gist, but it was a gist of, in this sort of situation, unless you can't be briefed into this, like it has to happen to you, right?
we've seen the elephant, so now we can do stuff involving the elephant.
Yes.
Pink elephant's on parade.
Mm.
More like a white elephant.
Like that specific fact, right? That makes us useful. We are a asset
Yeah.
that is not easily replicable.
Yeah.
Correct.
They don't want us dead. Our own people don't want us dead. The other guys might, but our own people don't want us dead, so they'll be watching our backs.
And
So we're not just
Yeah.
we're not just hanging our ass out in the middle of the street. Just
Our
saying,
own
"Here we
people
are."
want us alive for now.
The,
People
the other
that we screwed over want us
the
dead,
other
but good
open
luck
Maybe.
getting to.
the other open question
Well-
is how much overlap there is between those two entities.
Well,
yeah,
they might.
that's
Sure.
what's
Well, they
been-
might
that's
not want
what's
us.
been got
They might not
Motier
want
in
us
the
dead
head.
though. They might not want us dead. Either side might not want us dead because the other side. I mean, who are we gonna tell?
Like I said,
And
if
if we
they
tell
wanted,
anyone-
if they wanted us dead, I assume we already would be.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, that I'm not sure anybody holds a specific vendetta against us for any of what happened at Annex 13.
Probably not.
I would.
Some of the
Why?
key that you kind of are getting from the email is that she referred to the Op4, the guys that caused the trouble as a licensed private company. Right?
Yeah.
And you kind of remember that, they're a DARPA research with contract security, not in uniform, right? There's a program like a liaison officer gave a seemingly legal permission slip to conduct research on base, right? But none of the personnel over ordered you directly to do anything. Per se, they always refer back to the major to give you the actual orders.
And we
except
don't
for
know
the radio.
that was an order.
The what? Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he said. I thought
he
he did
kind of
orders.
he ordered you in the sense that he just
That
thought
was
you
a-
would listen.
That was framed as a, hey, can you do that? Hey, we need somebody to do this. Can you do this, or am I going to have to
Okay,
get the major to
okay.
order somebody to do this?
It was mighty bold
alright.
for him to assume that we follow orders even when the major gives them.
That's true.
Especially when the major was that fucking drunk.
Mm.
Because by that point, he was already like a handle and a half
Dude.
down.
Jeremy, it'll be easy. We'll walk in. There are a bunch of army dudes. They're used to getting orders. We just act like we own the place and tell them that we're going to be doing stuff, and they'll just fall in line.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you
Yeah.
mean they're running at us with a 60? What the fuck is this shit?
I mean,
Well,
I've done
the
that.
armor is angry.
I've worked
with
in the
this
units I
summary,
don't
it's
belong
all
to and
over.
tell people to do things.
Well, well, we did kind of scrag their black blood goopy guy, so they're probably pissed about that.
Here's the thing.
Because I'm sure they're not
entirely
killing
certain
them
about
running around.
Yeah, whatever asset he was, he's
He's an asset.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing: he
You
was
just
trying
said
to fix the ship. He was. So the only thing that makes sense is that they were trying to get the ship. But when we met him, some of y'all were not there. Master Sergeant was there, and Darren was there for this. But he wanted to fix the ship, and personally, I wanted to see how the ship worked to try to get some insight into something far beyond our capability. But he wanted to fix the ship.
You want
so
to
it could
hear?
leave.
okay.
You want
So
to hear
there's
my theory
Please,
on that guy?
let's hear this.
I think he was working with the DARPA fellas, and whatever he was not related to little gray men, because little gray men do not regenerate.
or do they?
You're not wrong. No, actually,
Yeah.
I got
I
this.
Little-
think
little gray men
whatever,
did go
whatever
down
happened
at
to
the
our
second
guy,
Also
got
very,
mind fucked, happened to him.
also very worth noting. He wanted to fix the ship, but we already know that something on the ship was doing mind control.
Well,
Hey,
the guys.
you don't know this. Only the Sergeant Darren
Yeah,
know this, but
I
he
don't
was
know
the
that,
one doing
but
the
you know
mind
that.
control bit.
Do we know that? All we know is that something on the ship was exerting
When
mind
when
control,
I
right?
shot
Well-
him to death, the mind control did in fact stop.
Okay.
However,
did.
I don't know if that was something inside of his head.
No, I was kind of just shocked. Although
Yeah.
you didn't really hit anything inside of his head by the time that I sort of came to. What he said for me
I
sounded
don't
just
mean, like-
completely normal, completely reasonable. But you said he just made a word salad, and it was just unintelligible. So I
wasn't
guess
speaking
he's got
English.
some sort of double speech type ability. What I heard from the Major, or Major Knox, is that he had himself gotten a hold of some illegal and illegally obtained it, some sort of biomaterial, and had done that to himself. See, I believe he was one of us. He used to be, and his entire team was what we are doing.
So what we've got is that we are now part of some sort of governmental entity, and there is also a government-related but not government-specifically entity that was experimenting with things.
Yes.
I don't think it's two things. I think it's one. The whole situation reads as it's all the same entity. It just happened to be that team fucked up. We cleaned it up, and because of that, we're heroes. And I'm just worried that something might happen to us.
They were clearly in close cooperation if they were distinct.
Clearly.
I guess we'll see what we get into when we get over there, right?
I think them viewing us as heroes is a little bit of a stretch.
Absolutely.
We're used to lab rats at the moment.
But at the very least, we took a situation that was foobar and stabilized the shit out of it. Granted, we stabilized it with black powder, lead, and thermite.
I don't know. We also slagged their very expensive computer, and they had people on the way. Like,
yes,
Yeah.
but we also
hang on.
obtained the drives, and now they have the drives. Granted, they didn't know about the drives. They as far as the major, I could have held on to those.
See, that's part of what makes me think that we're dealing with two distinct entities here.
It kind of does, but it also kind of doesn't, because
what
I think
about
the major's actually just been read into the situation and put in charge, because everything's all Black Ops and everything's all need to know. I still think it's all one and the same. Maybe they were operating without
both
particular permissions, but it's all one and the same.
It could
What
be
if
both.
the guy in charge was just mind control? I mean, we know so little. If the guy in charge of us was mind controlled and sent us on this wild goose chase to go help the aliens, we wouldn't fucking know. As far as those guys know down there, other than Mr. Goophead, who seemed to be in charge, they could have all just been doing the same thing. As far as they know, everything is going good. They could have all been the same group, and these guys just figured out the guy in charge was in mind control and swept in and tried to mop it up, but we had already done it for him.
On any other day, Private,
It could also be two
a
different
fucking conspiracy theorist, but
specialist.
I dabble.
Specialist. But today, goddamn, I think you are making some real good sense.
It could also be both. It could be two factions of the same group, especially if you're dealing with something that's got that's compartmentalized.
Yeah, and
Also, Brigham said it wasn't the first time it
otherwise they
happened.
just control all the leadership.
Right hand does not know what the left is doing.
And Brigham said that this wasn't the first time it's happened, that we actually did better than the last time.
Well, but I don't think he's talking about a group intentionally.
No. I mean, I think it actually is. I think that's what he meant. That they're actually we handle the situation better than we did.
This was
like maybe like I don't know, the guy Smith was acting awful brazen, right? Like, he was not acting like somebody who didn't have authorization to be doing what he was doing.
Well, a rogue CIA agent never acts like that either. But I mean, they exist, and they're actually fairly common.
Yes, I honestly, I think at this point we just don't know. We seem to be split on whether the best option is to try to keep our head down and not push and not do anything and not keep our head down, try not to piss anybody off, or like try to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Do both.
That is what I would like to do. We'll see. Good luck to
we need to do
Raymond
things carefully.
And, not Thomas.
So then I will put this forward to the group, and I will carry the weight of vetoing your dumbass decision if it intends to be. However, so I want to ask the Major Knox, who was the chain of command that she understands for that rogue group, because she knew that it was a rogue group. She knew of the group. She knew more or less what they were doing, and because Apollo was called in, she should know. But
is she gonna tell us?
I would that, and B, I'd hate to bite the hand that feeds us, because if it is in fact it's all one and the same, right hand might not know what the left is, but it's part of the same body.
Or do we sit on it for a couple months, go do a tour?
Let's get in country first.
Yeah, like let's go do a tour. Let's demonstrate that we're worth something to them. Like, because if we show up right now and immediately start asking questions, then we risk being more trouble than we're worth.
You got a good point. I'm not gonna ask questions to any people. Reinbach, you and I need to find out where the we gotta go find where the Delta Green servers are at, and see if we can't get some pen tests to them.
Jesus fucking Christ, be careful.
Hey,
no, my only interest was those drives. Those gone, I'm not interested in digging too far right now.
We gotta know what we're doing is right, yeah?
I think
we gotta know that the people above us that are ordering us to do this shit, that they actually know what the fuck is going on,
we're the
and
guys with the guns.
We're doing.
That's about it.
Buddy, we're going to the sandbox.
And if we start sticking our nose too deep,
Yep.
we're going to get
The
shot.
only way we're gonna
very
know
quickly.
what's right and what's wrong is when we are physically in the moment, looking at what we're actually having to do.
I don't think digging is going to help
But-
it.
We ain't never gonna know what's right and what's wrong. We're never gonna be high up enough on the totem pole for that to fucking matter.
But we can certainly figure out what they know.
And get ourselves shot in the process.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Have
I
fun.
ain't sure I want to know
I'm
what
out.
they
Buddy,
know.
they hold.
I'm not
they
helping
hold-
that.
Listen, they hauled me up in a court-martial because I wrote the wrong thing in a memo. That's all I did. I wrote down something the army didn't want wrote down, and they put me in front of the court-martial and took my stripes for it. Right?
Can I roll?
Yeah, so we're not
They
publishing shit.
handler.
This is just for us.
This was not published. This was all internal. Somebody is looking at everything we do, everything we look at, and with the reach of these guys, I really, really, really don't want to make them mad.
Well,
So,
I guess I have been burned for sticking my nose where it strictly doesn't belong, but
The thing, I don't think we'd get burned here. Well, we would, but it'd be powder burns
fair
to the
enough.
back of the head.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
anyone here have commanding officer's number?
Yeah, well, no. I've got a email address. Well, sorry, commanding officer. Sorry. Yeah, I got Spike's number.
The DG person, whoever's with the green guys.
Spike is our current.
He's our XO.
Hey, handler. Do we know if Spike's Delta Green?
Yeah, you're pretty sure he got signed in with it.
He got right in the same way we did.
He did. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So yeah, we got Spike's number.
Okay.
Well, if he's a part of
Wow.
if he's a part of our standard chain of command, we should have an entire alert roster with everybody's name and number on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have chain of command for the unit. I put down all the commanders as I knew them. I have a cast of characters as.
I
as they
get to
feel.
see, like, the little green triangle on everyone's file that is Delta Green or not, or is that not something I can see?
What in the world are you talking about?
Delta
I mean, this-
Green is a
What-
Delta Green.
What are you talking? This is Bravo Company.
The Tomb Raiders, my dude. What are you talking about?
Sergeant, are you okay?
I honestly don't know what we're talking about anymore.
It's okay.
This
So
is the Bravo
This has
Company.
gone back
and
What are you
forth.
talking about? Delta Green and triangles and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Darren wants to
Secret
know
What's It?
about,
Do we even know that?
you got to mop the
Darren wants
floor.
to know who our handler is for Delta
has
Green.
anybody said the word Delta Green?
Yeah,
to
that's
anybody?
what I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
several times, I thought.
Yeah.
No.
We've said it a
MP
lot.
You guys
We
have said the
have.
word Delta Green a lot. No NPC has said the words to you Delta Green.
I didn't
Okay, I
think
thought
so.
that it had. That's why
No,
I wasn't where I thought this
No,
conversation was. I'd be like,
No.
I don't know if I did it on
Actually,
accident,
that's
talking out of character,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
That's a good
I'm-
question. Do our personnel files have the triangle?
they
Like
do
as an
not
out of
have
character
the
question?
triangle.
Okay.
And
In that
I
case,
don't
I'd
think
probably
we
word
even know what that means.
Oh, we
Because
would
none of
have
us
no
have been
idea.
in it
We
yet.
would have no idea what that means.
No,
no.
one.
And I'm
So,
not even sure
that's
that's still
I'm
a
wondering
thi-
why everyone's
and that
talking
was, like-
Delta Green shit. And it's
That
like,
was old
I don't
Delta
remember
Green,
that
right?
being
Like
said.
that was
yeah.
like
We
pre
didn't
Laos
talk about it so
Delta
much. I
Green.
thought we had been.
I think we've gotten a little mixed up.
Yeah, I thought
enough.
they were
Yeah.
just talking. I just thought they were talking about their favorite stripper,
This
you
is
know, stripper
actually-
diamonds. They were just using the code word. They were just, bashful. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, she
Well,
comes
yeah,
out in a camo
actually-
jacket, takes it off all slow.
But all I want to know is, I need a spook's phone number.
Oh, call a
Okay.
spook.
I can get you the Major Knox's email. That's the primary method of
That's-
communication. However,
Yeah.
let's try to keep communications through there to a minimum of necessity. What do you want to look? What do you want to ask? What do you want to know?
So sort of take a deep breath. Whatever we're getting into, it's really fucking bad. And I don't think we can really get out of it, right?
Yeah. We're pushing for
Sure we can. When we end up in hell.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
I
about the
think this
only way.
thing's far worse than fucking hell after what I saw on that fucking ship. I want to make sure my affairs are in order, you know?
As in
I
will?
got this. Will, yeah, but I want to make sure this shit doesn't spill over on people, you know?
You actually have a fantastic point. I am going to
Yeah.
email the major. Major, question. What is our exit strategy? What does retirement look like for a member of our profession?
Back to the edge.
The second
Well-
I find out you're asking, I laugh and walk out of the room.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for retirement. What I'm looking for is assurance. Because let's be honest, these
Retirement
people are-
is assurance.
If all of us gets killed, who cleans up after us?
The next batch of
Is,
Delta Green.
is that your question?
No, my question is.
No, not you.
My question is, I want to make it damn clear that none of my fucking family gets dragged into this. They don't know shit about what I'm doing. I don't say shit. No one says shit to them. That's what I wanted. I don't want people wrapped up in this fucking spook shit. Fucking aliens and spacecraft and fucking goo guys.
If you don't want them wrapped up in it, I wouldn't mention them anywhere.
Well, no, it might not matter. Let's.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask the major about that? She's the only one who can tell you, one way or another.
Well,
You
we
might
know
not
what-
get a
we know
proper
what-
answer
We
from
know
her.
what
but-
she's gonna tell him.
No, we don't. Not
Yeah, we
until
do.
we ask.
She's gonna say, "Yeah, no, we're not gonna involve them." Of course,
know,
that's what
and
she's gonna say.
I hope that's the answer. But you know, it's fucking CIA shit. You've seen the movies. They like pressure your family and shit to get you to do stuff.
All right, gentlemen,
All
I'm
right,
stepping
so-
away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Yeah, they're not gonna tell us they're gonna do that.
I know. I
Alright.
just want to skip the middleman and say you don't got to. I'll just fucking do it.
So
Fair
then
enough.
the real
Give me a
answer,
machine gun and point me at the aliens.
the real question that we got is, can we retire? Or what is our exit
No,
strategy?
we're not getting out.
No, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if we can or can't. If we can retire, that answers the question. If we can't retire, then anything we do, any connections we make, everything's fucking suspect.
Look,
We might get a response, but we cannot trust it. But if we can retire, and there's evidence of people who have retired from our profession, then we have our answer. We can ask them, how's
Nope.
retirement?
Nobody
There-
gets out
no.
of this mess. This whole thing, we got into this because we saw something by accident.
I
I
think
need to find
Reinbach's
someone
gonna
to look after
retire
this
at this
Dino while I'm
point.
fucking out.
We are a limited
For
asset
tonight.
pool. And if they need us,
Oh,
we
no
are
worries.
always
coming back in.
He's Reinbach's just
Yeah.
gonna stand up, plays like, "Thanks guys, this has been great. I gotta get some sleep. This is a little heavy for right now."
Are you sure you're good to drive?
He took the
Technically, it
bus.
passed the Constitution pass.
He
He's
did.
like, "Yeah,
Walk a straight line for me,
look,
real quick.
I take the bus anyway, so whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
good."
It does beg the question: what happens when the MPs go out drinking? Do they do the drunk test on each other before they exit the bar?
They just wave each other in.
Yeah.
All right, we should get moving on to the next part or whatever.
Indeed. We'll
I
table
think it's
it
about
for now.
break time at this point. It's been going almost
Yes.
2 hours straight,
We have.
and I
Wait,
missed about
take a break?
half of it because of certain other things going on.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
You didn't really miss much. We basically were just arguing about to say who's actually doing what. We have no clue.
Now, the real question
Sounds
I
about
got
right.
is, where were we arguing about this? I guess at one of our
We're
dorm
still
rooms.
sitting in the pool. We're still
Oh,
at
well,
the bar.
I assume that this conversation has played out over the course of like a couple weeks.
Guns, rifles, pens, paper, like all that stuff you're tracking in the carriage. These are items too big for one person to carry or are shared between sessions. You know, if Steve brings back a box of RPGs he found, but he's not here next session, then you guys are like, well, I grabbed Steve's RPGs.
Alrighty. I will say Multier's tool bag will be of use to any and all, but it's really only of use to Reinbach. It's mostly microelectronics and the tools to modify microelectronics. Along with a handful of like useful little bits of tech and gadgetry.
So where was the list of weapons that were in the armory? Or do we not have that?
Oh, we don't have
So
specific.
all the previously listed weapons that were at the annex have been put into the custody locker at base Lewis McCoy. So because right now you're in the MP unit, but Lewis McCoy's a big base, so there's other MP units walking around. It's just the local military police, like cops, like on everyday stuff, not boring, right? And so they're in a large storage building along with a bunch of other evidence.
Okay. So are we taking a break then, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I think we're taking a break. And some people are asking sidebar questions.
When are my stripes going to clear? Do they clear?
They will clear. I think they clear in time for you to ship out.
Okay.
So you are what? Specialist Mayor Cole or Lance Corporal?
No, I am now Sergeant.
Wow, double promotion.
I had been a sergeant. I was corporal. I had been a sergeant. I got busted back down to corporal for something by a court-martial, and have now made sergeant again.
Nice.
Will you elucidate upon
what something was?
Yep.
No, but he is very pissed about. He was very pissed about the fact that he's going back to Baghdad. He was in and around Baghdad as an MP. You would know that much at least. More than that, we'll see. It will probably come out over the course of. Right, because he was talking about getting brought in front of court-martial just now, right?
Motier will try and ply you with alcohol.
Yeah, not taking it. He doesn't drink much because he's got to drive back, and he's not getting a DUI.
And no golf cart for you.
Hell no.
Hey, Garrett, where would I find more information out about what was it called? Tiger Traffic?
Yeah, so Tiger Transit is a small sized cargo airline company, operates on the American West Coast and in Southeast Asia, like Polynesia.
So do they do like trans-Pacific stuff?
Yeah, they do trans-Pacific stuff. Their niche is also island hopping. So like they service Alaska, New Zealand, Philippines, things like that.
So were they did they used to be something else like back in the day or what?
So
I'm just wondering, are they like the remnants of like Air America or some shit like that?
They're actually the remnants of what used to be the Vietnamese Airways, National Airways, before there was a subsidiary of France Air back when Vietnam was a French colony.
Yeah.
They went private when Vietnam War happened. You, because of your weird discharge, I was thinking because of your weird situation in Vietnam, you still have because when you get pilot's license initially in the military, it also applies for the civilian sector in a lot of ways. So you got a side gig flying for them back in the day, and you kind of kept up with that, taking jobs here and there on weekends to get some extra money. You do know that a few years ago, in 2003, there was a corruption scandal with the subsidiary that was based in Myanmar, and the whole company was put on a freeze by the United States, but they negotiated being put into a receivership. So they're owned by like a bank right now, essentially, until the investigation clears, which is still ongoing.
Okay. Who's? I assume they continue to operate out of the Republic of Vietnam.
Yeah, so they continue to operate out of the Republic of Vietnam.
Okay.
So can they like get stuff for us or fly stuff?
Yeah, they can get stuff for us. You as an employee have like reduced rates on shipping. They typically do operate worldwide, but at a premium.
Yeah, so their niche is like what, low bulk air freight.
Low bulk remote air transit. They operate a lot of prop aircraft, short rough runways, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
What's the price for a two-way ticket?
But they don't do passenger flights. Not a lot of them anyway.
So then what's 120 pounds worth of cargo to be delivered from A to B and then a few hours later from B to A?
Pretty inexpensive.
I mean, relatively speaking, it's still air freight.
Yeah, it's still air freight.
120 pounds ain't much. Like, I'm 120 pounds with no equipment, like in real life.
No, you're right. 200 pounds of...
It's also worth noting that if you're planning on shipping yourself as air freight, that gets really legally sketchy really, really quickly, and they can get in a whole fucking shitload of trouble for that.
Just space it.
Just say your dog.
Yeah, but space A it's not particularly useful. I mean, it's great when you've got all the time in the world, but if I need to get out to Colorado for a weekend...
If you need to get to Colorado for a weekend, we're gonna need to figure something else out, right? Like,
I'll just drive you.
Yes, it's less than 24-hour drive.
Significantly less. From what? From Lewis McCord?
Yeah, I'd say less than 24 hours because it took me 24 hours to drive from Lewis McCord to Texas. So I know it's less than 24 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like that's... Depending on exactly what we're doing, we could probably do that pretty quick.
We ain't doing nothing yet.
Like I said, I got a bench seat. You can sleep back there while I keep driving.
I was just wondering if they had contraband or illegal shit or that kind of stuff.
Oh, good. You asked, so I don't have to.
Yes.
I'm having to bite my tongue a lot.
Shit. Will they properly get me the machine gun that I've got? Get that to me when
can they get some equipment that we should not be sending overseas to us?
Oh yeah, no, that's doable. That's doable.
That is doable. Probably doable.
You wouldn't believe
I'm
the amount.
sure you, Mr. TSA man. This is machine pods.
You wouldn't believe the stuff that we got to us over in Afghanistan.
So what are you trying to get is the question. Because,
well, I just want to know how useful they would be.
Do we, the player characters, want to put together a shipment to meet us over there, just of stuff we want to have on hand that the army doesn't know about?
Yeah, all you do is you put it into a tri-wall and then load it up in the Connex that's going to get shipped over there with the rest of the Unity equipment.
Good point, good point.
Yeah.
That's literally all you do.
And I will make sure any paperwork gets a seal of approval.
Okay.
Well, they like when you put them in a tri-wall, all they're going to do is they're going to open the tri-wall up, look what's inside of it. It's a bunch of footlockers, and then they'll look at the manifest on it, and as long as it weighs the same about what the manifest says, then they won't actually go through it. It'll ship with the rest of the Unity equipment.
So they don't check what's inside the footlockers?
No, because a lot of
not unless you give them a reason to, and it's pretty easy to not give them a reason to.
Do you know how much equipment? Do you know how much equipment a company, let alone a battalion or a task force, takes over to Afghanistan when they go there? A lot. A lot.
Thousands of tons. Hundreds of tons.
And a lot of
It's
it's
all gotta
stupid.
fly.
A lot of it's stupid shit like extra ammo or weapons, weapon parts, radios, binders, like hundreds and hundreds. Yeah, because we have to record everything. Everything we do is
Oh,
recorded.
yep. All right.
Like, I think when we went to Afghanistan, we had like 12 tri-walls of nothing but office supplies.
Oh, God.
I'm filling a footlocker full of beef jerky.
Doable. It's fucking
Fair.
doable.
I
I'm
know
telling
it's
you.
doable. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna need some beer, some alcohol, because that just sounds
Beef
like a shit
jerky,
show.
liquor?
So.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing: beef jerky you can sell to anyone and everyone. Alcohol, that gets difficult to sell to anyone.
I'm not selling. I'm drinking.
Viagra. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hey, Mr. Handler, dude. Can I get like a shit ton of Viagra?
Yes.
I'm talking like a concerning amount of Viagra.
No, I'm talking about like pharmacy levels of Viagra. Is what I'm talking.
We're gonna go buy out all the fucking Viagra in this town.
Get it by that pallet load.
If we're dying, we're gonna die
I'm
on
gonna
our
have to. Okay, I'm gonna have you guys make a pooled accounting request to see if you guys have the credit score to pull that off in a short period of time.
I
Tier
yeah,
is
so,
voting for Viagra. Beef jerky, sure. Alcohol, sure.
Yeah, you can buy the Viagra.
You
It's
try-
just- a pharmacy's worth of Viagra is expensive.
It is, but what you do is you take the Viagra, you trade like 3 blue pills to the mullah in the local town, and the mullah will tell you where the Taliban is.
Yep.
Every fucking time.
Seriously.
Viagra is gold over there.
All right. Let's grease some
And-
wheels.
What? A couple of, and enough of us have been in country that we know this.
Just Viagra.
Okay, someone take the lead on this and make me an accounting check to see, like, you're gonna get some. I just want to see how gangbusters you actually get on this.
My accounting is 10%. It's not me.
Yes, it is.
What about criminology? Hang on. What about criminology? Can you steal it
Do
from
you-
somebody?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, right? If we give the mullah counterfeit Viagra by accident, he's gonna get
No.
mad and Taliban on us.
No. We check
One's
it out,
brand.
make sure it's real. I mean, actually get something to actually to steal it from a distributor.
No. Bureaucracy check. Yeah?
I have
Well,
bureaucracy.
the question here, right, is purely one of finances. We can get it. That's not the problem,
Okay.
right? Am I understanding the request correctly?
Yes. Yes. And the thing about the criminology check would be you could get a discount, but you wouldn't get the volume you needed. You get like a handful, whatever.
Yeah, right. Like no pharmacy has that much on hand, right? Like
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You're going from pharmacy to pharmacy, calling ahead and ordering what they have on the counter, right, and paying in cash.
Or could we run a bureaucracy check? Get in touch with the pharmacy, order up a sizable order to be paid in full, blah blah blah. We'll put down payment or whatever the hell they need to have happen so that we can get, 100 plus, 200 plus. What are we looking for? What kind of size are we looking for?
Bureaucracy check to get the units excise cash
can we expense this?
Yeah.
I'm
I
in
will fucking try to.
I'm in intelligence. I got reclassed again. So do we try to expense this as an intelligence
You can
thing?
try and expense if you can bureaucracy to expense this to the unit under the because there's a set amount of budget you can do to pay off informants, and that can
Yeah, that's
use
basically
all
what this is.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than carrying cash on this, I guess.
It's more weight efficient.
Or goats or whatever the hell they want.
Oh, once we get in country, I'm keeping chickens.
Yeah, it's another good. Yeah.
Chickens. Okay.
Darren has tons of
Well,
experience with
the
animals.
thing
so-
about chickens is that they make more chickens.
Yeah, it's true.
You think the America's having an egg scarcity right now? Those motherfuckers have no eggs over there.
Really?
Yeah, maybe that's what we get the Tiger Boys to ship over. It's just like a bunch of fucking chickens.
All right, cool. I'll talk to them.
So I've had a recent boost to bureaucracy, but I'm gonna be honest, it's only 26%. I've always sort of hated the fucking bureaucracy bullshit. I've mostly just whatever fuck needs signed, I sign it and it gets done. So anyone got a better bureaucracy? Otherwise,
No,
I'm gonna
I
hack
got
their
10.
systems and make it so.
Yeah, dude, you're like twice as good at bureaucracy as I am.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna ask Captain Spike if he'd like to assist.
You know, yeah, he's got a lot more authority to make decisions like this than we do.
Yeah, I feel that actually.
Maybe than the rest of y'all. I'm a fucking warrant officer. Whatever the fuck I make goes.
Yeah. Well, he is an officer.
Dude, I rolled a 14 and still failed. Fuck me.
He's the XO. Like, if we do this paperwork, it ends up in front of him. He can just skip that.
Well, I rolled a 12 and failed, so.
All right, handler. What do we need
Yeah,
to roll
I
to
see that.
convince the XO?
He's talking to the XO.
I'm physically texting the XO.
Ah,
This
Son
is
of
a
a-
brilliant
he-
idea.
He's on an anniversary date, gets a text. He's like, these motherfuckers.
if I need to patch in, make some files appear where they weren't previously, I will gladly try to hack the systems and do what needs to be
I
done.
don't think we want to be doing that. At least
Well,
not yet.
it's just
shit.
a little bit. It's a little bit of data manipulation. There's no classified systems that are getting compromised. There's no particular paper trail, especially when we sign it with other people's names, and it's already pre-signed. It just goes to whoever needs to execute it.
Damn, I just took a second look at my character. I have a 60% in demolitions. I should be the guy getting C4 and breach charges and shit.
Well,
Hey, I only got
take it,
40%.
then-
Here,
then
have my
go-
C4.
Golly.
I'm not good at that. Yeah, I guess Meyer has again been reclassed. We're in an MP unit now, so he still has like an armband and shit. But he's back as a but he is now unreclassed to MP. He was a human intelligence specialist.
Oh yeah. So our handler,
He's
are we
back at
all in an MP unit?
Yes.
Yes, there's
The-
official classification. It's a combat support unit. So
Okay. What do I need
They're-
to roll to fuck up the schedule such that I'm not on them?
We're not going to be. Like we are not doing guard. This is not our base. There is another unit that guards this base.
We're a special task force.
We're
I
just
see.
here.
So, do we have like a regular work day? Or is it just-
we're training up here, and then we're also doing like mundane army bullshit.
Yeah. What do I need to roll to skip the mundane army bullshit?
You can't.
Well, he's a warrant.
I'm a
He's a
warrant
warrant
officer.
True.
He
I
skip-
will.
True.
It doesn't matter.
He skips 90% of the mundane bullshit anyway. He's got to show up for like morning things so people can still see he's alive, and that's about it.
I will
So
show
what-
up for PT only because I like it.
You're fucking crazy.
Oh, he's absolutely insane.
So what would a
Cheaper than
master
coffee.
sergeant actually have to do, anyways?
A master sergeant?
Yeah.
You're in charge of troops, my dude.
Nah,
There's-
crap.
Like, you're in
Uh,
it. You're a higher level NCO than
Just
Well,
about everybody.
We're babysitting enlisted personnel, and
Yeah.
you are the guy we call when we need assistance babysitting enlisted personnel.
No, if you call him, then you're probably going to get your ass chewed. You'd more likely be somebody like me, a staff sergeant,
Very
and then
true.
it goes,
very
yeah,
true.
staff
Yeah.
sergeant to first sergeant. You don't want to talk to a master sergeant. Master
I'm
sergeant
just running the armory.
So as far as I'm concerned, for our unit, I am warrant officer, so I'm sort of the head of our active. Master Sergeant, you're my XO, and Staff Sergeant, you're like the go-to man for. I tell you something, you tell everyone else. I tell Master Sergeant,
Do we
everybody's involved.
Do we the player characters exist as a like administrative part of Bravo Company?
yeah, I have a work in progress setup of that.
Okay, so we're like a
Uh,
platoon or
I can
some
read off this.
Well,
some
with-
level, whatever the fuck. I don't remember exactly how all that works, but
Yeah, Osen is being put in charge of supply.
Do we have anyone else besides the one private
There's actually about like 80 plus people in this.
Is this unit like top heavy?
Oh, it's extremely top heavy.
Okay, I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
Especially in the enlisted ranks.
Not so much in the enlisted ranks, yes, at the sergeant level, and then because all these people are pretty like experienced, so they've like kind of auto upgrade the sergeant in a lot of ways, so you have a little bit of redundancy. Like your Seabone guy is a sergeant, Autumn's essentially a staff sergeant, so you have a staff sergeant as the field medic, right? And then this is also because you're going to see soon that there's just several captains running around that are essentially job specialists for some things, like some types of investigation, some types of thing like that, and they'll pair it up with usually a civilian investigator.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is very much on paper we're a line company, but organizationally we're a lot more like scratched together.
Yes, and the reason why you are listed like this is like a line company that's been tinkered with is that there is a cafeteria guy and there is a logistics guy, right? Because there's like literally a team of 30-something civilians like attached to you, like actively like in the same barracks in the same area.
Okay.
There's an electrician somewhere in here. I don't know what his name is yet.
I'm gonna follow him around and try to record him using a broom.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen. I know it'll never happen.
Nope, they don't touch brooms.
Fucking
and they
coworkers
disappear.
found him touching a broom
They disappear
once.
too.
Oh yeah. That's so much overtime. Like, all right, go clean up after the electricians. Fuck, all right.
Like, what electricians? I haven't seen electricians. There's shit here. I know they're here somewhere because you can follow the trail you leave of crap everywhere. I've never seen one. It's like a fucking dinosaur or something.
Alrighty, so how are we spending the rest of the few months while we're training? Since we're not going to be asking any more significant questions, Motier will be, like, once a week querying up an update on the investigation if there's anything useful to come out of it. But otherwise, no more really asking big questions. Just looking forward to the deployment to the sandbox. Anything else that we're doing over the next few months?
They're only doing home scenes, basically going home, checking in on people, spending time with them, letting them know he's being deployed.
Yeah. So remember, you guys have your home scene. So in the player's handbook, there's the home section, and this is like, so there's like going to sleep and like resting and everything. But the home section is like how you like recover as a person, like as an individual, right? Like how do you cope with all the crazies that's happened? And it kind of falls into usually like two categories. There's like reinvest in yourself and like, you know, getting sanity points back, or sticking to your motivations, or interacting with people and building relationships with people. Like, and it can be building a relationship with like a family member, so that later on you have someone to talk about your stress with, or it can be like building relationships with like someone who like you can be creating bonds with people you met at the annex, like Lieutenant Chan and those people, and then later on you can cash in those bonds to get support and assistance or call in favors and so on and so forth, because like relationships are about time and investment into it. The other half is you can double down on your stress. Essentially, you can hit the books day and night about what happened, every UFO sightings ever been recorded ever, and find out and try to find some sort of information, which is going to stress you out if you don't find answers.
So I think I want to get a hold of the senior sergeant and talk with him a little bit. Can I get him as a bond for later, maybe?
The old staff sergeant that was tired.
Yeah, the one who was who had a heart attack or something, or
Bach.
He had a heart attack,
Yeah,
so he got a
Bach,
medical
yeah.
discharge. Fuck.
Yeah. Just see how he's doing. If he's if he's enjoying civilian life. And,
I have an idea for a vignette for that in my head, but I'm like not in a good headspace to try to RP that. I might write it out and post it somewhere in here.
cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. And one of the things it doesn't say in the player's handbook, and I wish it did, but in the handler's guide, it suggests that you guys play the family members in these situations. Right. So that way I don't have to have multi-personality to sort of A.
A GM who's not a schizophrenic? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Come
on.
I've GM'd for so many years, and look at me, I'm just fine.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
What, you're telling me you can't have three-way dialogues with yourself in your brain while working? What?
People who can't confuse me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you can, if you want to hit up and be like, hey, do you want to play my dad or my ex-wife or whatever it is? And yeah, just do it in general. And then people can hop in and be like, oh my gosh, the police come in and arrest me. I don't know. But like, they no matter, it kind of controls organically. Kind of do the chow hall section for that.
Theron just goes to a therapist. Instead of describing the unnatural stuff, describes all the sanity he lost and cured from dealing with fucking bureaucracy. I filled out the fucking form. He knows I filled out the fucking form.
It's not the aliens or anything else. It's just the bureaucracy that gets it down.
And
the goddamn radar thing they had going was fucking giving me a migraine.
That mechanically, that does reduce the effectiveness of therapy.
But I tell you what, though,
it does mean you don't have to shoot the therapist, though.
One of my bonds is the rest of y'all. So Motiera is absolutely over the next few months going to be checking in on all y'all, seeing how y'all are doing, asking the pointed questions that y'all don't want to answer, but he's going to ask them anyways, just to see if anyone has finally gotten to the point where they can't talk to anybody, so he will be that person that they can talk to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aaron is probably honestly going to just steadfastly continue to pretend like nothing is wrong.
Cole, you would notice then, Cole leaves for a 3-day pass, goes back to Flagstaff, and comes back like in a funk. It takes him a couple weeks to break back out of it.
Hey, cool. Notice you've been in a bit of a funk here lately. So you went out to, what, Flagstaff?
Yep.
Anything you want to get off your chest? Must have been difficult.
Yeah, that was the problem.
I can imagine. Stuff we've seen here recently.
Oh no, none of that. That's not the problem.
What? Is it the deployment to the sandbox?
That's part of it.
It's the spill.
Nah.
What's eating at you?
I'll be alright. What about yourself, huh?
I most certainly will, but I'm in control of you, command of y'all knuckleheads for at least a little bit.
Are you?
Well, notionally.
Look, it's not gonna... I'll be fine by the time we head back out, alright?
Well, if you need anything, I'll be around. You hear?
Yes, sir.
You need any help, any assistance? I know people. The people who I don't know, I can get in contact with.
Sure. Walks out of the conversation.
He calls to your turn back. Hey,
Nope.
you keep watch on yourself, soldier.
I will not turn around, but salute. Just like while I'm walking away.
Yeah, fair enough. And then he's probably going to dig into any and everything that happened. Just looking into any receipts that you posted to be reimbursed, any documentation you submitted.
I got a 3-day pass that said I was going back to Flagstaff. That's where I'm from. And there is nothing else in the system.
Then he's gonna dig into who your family is, who's in Flagstaff.
I mean, sure, you can look. Like, where are you looking? My listed next of kin would be my parents, who do still live in Flagstaff.
No, I'm going to look at any houses or cars you own, if you've got a P.O. box or if you've got a mail address. Then I'm going to look at who else is listed as having that same mail address.
I still have an Arizona driver's license at my parents' address.
Then I'm going to go look on their fucking Facebook and see who they've
It's
tagged and who they're
2003.
following.
6. 2005. They're not on Facebook.
Yes, MySpace.
I'm gonna look at-
They're
Right, I'm
probably
looking
not.
at
They're
their-
probably not on MySpace.
When the fuck was Facebook?
Not.
2010s, I think, is when it really took off.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then okay. Then I will use whatever knowledge I've got from being in that time and place of looking at the things around you, things loosely attached to you. I will roll for what I need to through handler.
Roll a human.
Stand by. That's-
February 4th, 2004.
You do also know. Everybody in the unit is probably aware. Kohlmeyer was born September 11th, 1980. And he has probably mentioned that he was in Flagstaff on 9/11, but more than that, he doesn't really want to talk about.
Oh, I got some things to say about that.
What's
Things you probably don't want to hear.
What'd you get? I'm not in a position to look at it. Sorry.
Well, all right. So I can roll humans, and that's a failure. However, I want to boost it with my computer science acumen.
There's nothing to look up. Like, it's 2006, and these are. So, Cole isn't actually Kohlmeyer is not Hopi. But his family has connections on the reservation. Like there's some, and are very much.
Oh, so it's not that there's things that to look up that are beyond scope. There's literally nothing to look up, huh?
Yeah, like there's just nothing to find. Like they're not online.
Okay.
You would probably be aware his dad worked in construction, still works in construction. His mother doesn't work. He hasn't said anything about either one of them being sick or anything. But I mean, maybe he wouldn't. You don't know.
I would probably do a quick search through all sort of records, hospital, DMV, which would try to find parents or try to find sisters, brothers,
if
maybe
you go,
spouses if they've got your name.
If you go looking, his dad was in the Air Force in the early 70s. He did 8 years.
Damn.
Definitely
Chief.
would have tried to find that.
Why you be stalking motherfuckers, Chief?
Yeah, this is kind of
Because the dude doesn't want to explain things, and he's in my fucking unit.
Sometimes you just want to go get drunk in the woods, man.
Out of character comment, right? I want everybody else in this game. Guess what the problem is. Just guess.
I'm guessing either a spouse problem or a.
He's not married.
Okay, so then could be a girlfriend that you want to be your spouse, or it could be you said sick. So I'm guessing either mom or dad got sick. Probably if he was in Air Force, exposed to Agent Orange.
Maybe, but more seriously, you don't know.
Nope. And if I can't find any sort of hospital records for your parents, then I will remain in the dark.
Yeah, there aren't any.
something to do with the tribal business or something?
He is not Hopi.
No, but you said his parents were.
He,
Her father was.
Connection.
neither of nobody in his immediate family is actually like legally full blood Hopi.
Okay.
He's got like cousins who are,
So friends or something?
right? Like he grew up near the reservation. Their house
Wasn't
is
there
up
something in
toward the reservation.
2006 that happened down there in Flagstaff?
Maybe, I don't know.
I was just wondering if you're going off of something like that with actual.
No, this is entirely. I will tell you, I made a bond roll and it went poorly. Who the bond was, you don't know.
Okay.
Their name is in the chat if you scroll up far enough, but like that means nothing, right? It's just a name.
I might do a bond roll real quick for Darren's back to me. To go camping with his dog.
And I guess I'll do a bond roll to see how I'm getting along with y'all. Bond score drops, Will Paris drops, and I get 1 sanity. It's fucked.
Not that good. Not that good.
good.
Well, I absolutely fucking stonewalled you. That probably didn't help.
It probably didn't, but you know what? It's more than just you. It's everybody. Everybody's got shit that they're sort of repressing. Especially Darren. Jesus wept.
Darren's alright. He, you ask him, he probably went out camping, brought his dog with him, and just spent like a month in the fucking woods. Which took all leave he had, fucking put in for it.
How old is this dog?
Pretty young.
Okay,
5-6 years.
Are you guys rolling that right?
Not certain.
I don't know.
Because I think
Yeah,
you're
for a
rolling. I think you're rolling to, what is it called when you push
So you can,
sanity onto a bond?
Yeah, that's real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
I just rolled sanity
yeah. I think you
straight.
just roll straight
Oh.
sanity.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're not.
Yeah.
That's all wrong then.
And then I'm gonna put it back up to 7 because it automatically took 3 off you.
Yeah, it
Oh,
automatically
shit.
takes off.
And your willpower.
It's all right. Just getting
Okay.
used to it. This is the first time we've done this.
By the way, those who know Darren a little bit would probably know that the dog he has is a military dog, retired.
What
Aw.
kind? German?
Bomb dog. German Shepherd.
Mm.
Fight dog? Was
Good
it trained to
dog.
fight or just bomb?
Just fuck dog. Sniffing out IEDs.
Nice.
Motier would definitely go hiking and work with you to hide, I guess, stuff such that your bomb dog can do its bomb dog duty. If that's...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he'd work with you such that as you're hiking along... Oh, what is that? Some gunpowder?
Oh yeah, exactly.
So,
Darren does
yeah.
the whole thing of hiding stuff all the time. They go on a hike and do little foot patrols, but he was totally withdrawn from most other human beings for like weeks.
Nah, Motier gets that. One of his major bonds is his tech and his motorcycle. Like you'll see him. Mostly
You probably
all.
go out like visit him. You know where he's camping, and you just built like a little shelter out of twigs and leaves and shit, and it's just like just vibing out in the woods.
Damn, y'all have multiple.
Okay.
bonds?
We were
Hey, Darren
allowed
has one.
two.
Fancy ass bitch.
Okay, so what do you roll? Do you roll sanity for then?
It depends on exactly what you're doing.
Just talking to somebody.
If he's trying to form a bond, I don't actually know how that works.
No, I have a bond form one of them with a.
So you need to
It's-
decide what you're gonna do. You can either do
Okay,
fulfill your responsibilities to attempt to increase your bond. You can do a back to nature, which is what Darren's doing, which is you lower a bond by just ignoring it and go off into the woods. You can establish a new bond or go to therapy. You can also improve skills or stats, do a personal motivation, special training, staying on the case. Basically, no list of this home section on page.
76.
Nah, I want to talk to
78.
somebody.
Sorry.
One of my bonds.
You want to fulfill responsibility?
Huh?
What do you want to do with your bond?
I'm not sure. Talk to him or whatever.
No, if you want to
doing
try
the
to increase your
relationship
sanity,
is-
Yeah.
if you want to try and increase your sanity, that'd be like a back to nature or a go to therapy. We have like the two options.
Establish a new bond. Your agent attempts to create a new bond. This means that the character or group is developing into an essential, important part of your agent's life. Attempt a Charisma ×5 test. Success establishes a new bond with a score equal to half your agent's Charisma round up. Unfortunately, the attention required to successfully establish a new bond reduces the value of one other bond, other than the bond for Delta Green, by 1.
No, I don't want to. I have the bond. I just want to increase.
No,
it.
I get that. He said he wasn't sure how to establish a new bond, so I was just reading it off.
If you want to increase your bond, you said increase the level of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that'd be fulfill responsibility. What you do is you roll a sand test.
Okay.
Success improves the bond by 1d6, and a critical
Okay.
success also increases 1 sand. A failure only adds 1.
Hey.
Okay.
So you
70%.
roll
Wow.
1d6.
He's the sanest person
I love
out
it
of all
when
of
it,
us.
I love when it copy pastes the same thing 3 times instead of the things I was trying to copy paste.
No, sweet. Okay. Sorry. 6. Not even. Come on. Oh, it's not. Oh, there.
Yeah, so you succeeded. So nice. So add 6 to your bond then.
All right, cool.
Up to agent's charisma score. So
Score is 14.
yeah, so you have a maximum of 14 in that bond.
Okay, cool.
I can only have 9. So let's see. Actually,
Your bond increases by 6. Holy crap!
yeah, he maxed it.
Hey, look at him fulfilling his responsibilities, not like retreating in the woods for a week.
Yeah, but you needed it. Your sanity was like gone.
It's better.
All right. So what else are we doing now?
Let's see. What did I screw up last time I was playing?
Well, I do suppose we're largely going through our extracurriculars.
I thought we were doing the vignettes part,
Oh, sure.
or well, the other people are working on bonds. I think we're gonna work. I'm gonna work on skills here.
I can write up a vignette, and anyone who wanted to come visit Darren, we can talk at some point. Write something up. Or I didn't do it during the week
You know
because
what?
I have
Let's do
overtime.
As part of my trying to increase the bonds with the rest of y'all, Motier is definitely going to come on at least a walk, probably more than a few walks with you. Hikes through the mountains.
Yeah, absolutely. Darren probably would have something local.
Oh, there's plenty of options up here.
Yeah, where are we at again?
Lewis McCord,
last.
What's
Oh,
the state?
Washington State.
Washington State.
Washington State. Okay.
Yeah.
Gorgeous mountains. Little bit
Oh,
rainy.
yeah.
is it,
been there.
is it Lewis McCord?
I don't know.
yet?
I've been to
It's-
Spokane. That's about
right,
it.
right now, it's still Fort Lewis. It hasn't been merged with McCord yet, but yes.
So how far is it from Spokane?
It's in Tacoma.
Okay.
Well, 9 miles south of Tacoma.
How far is Tacoma from Spokane?
Give me a minute, I'll tell you. I'm opening up Google Earth.
Less than 24 hours.
Significantly.
24 hours.
Less than 24 hours. Excellent.
Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, no,
Oh,
that
no.
is our combat map.
Oops.
Oh, fuck.
That's just a preview.
Okay, so we're what? How far are we from Spokane?
Yes.
I go
yes.
vibe with the Kurd. I think that's much better.
Why are you trying to get to Spokane?
No, I've been to Spokane.
Where the fuck is Spokane? I don't remember. Oh, east.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1.2 million feet, or in use 240 miles, roughly. as the
That's not
crow
too
flies.
far. That's not too bad.
I think he'll work on athletics. It seems like a good idea. So, let's see. During my time down, he's gonna be trying to do like push-ups and stuff to try and get some muscle mass back. Because he's really let himself, even by the standards of Air Force, he's let himself go a bit. So just roll athletics then. And then drop bond by 1. And I want to fail. Okay. If I succeed, I get nothing.
Yeah. So it is a better idea to do this in skills you're bad at.
Well, he's not terribly good. Let's see. Damn it. He does too well. Oh well.
Fuck.
We only get
I have an 84 and I still fail.
one downtime activity between this time, or
No, that's good. You want to fail.
No, I wasn't rolling to improve. I was just rolling to see what I got.
Oh.
No, I did something with my bond, which I would not have mechanically have had to do, but which is like the narrative choice I would have made.
that's always the
so
best way to do
you
it.
get one home action in this section, and then
Okay.
to like represent that you guys are doing like dedicated training in preparation for this mission. I did the additional optional training stuff.
Yeah, we get picked
Like-
the 2 classes, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
two
The
cla-
like for example, there's another mission module. I don't think we're gonna play it, but there's a 16-year time skip. Right?
Oh, that
in the-
is that God's Teeth?
Yeah,
think
and
that's
you
the one.
you only get to do 3 home actions in that skip.
Jesus.
Wait, over 16
Oh,
years.
Fuck.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
this is not like an afternoon. This doesn't represent like an afternoon now. It's like
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Delta Green is very much a game where you make a character, and that is the character you have. Apologies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
You make the character, and that is the character you have, and yeah,
It would have been
hopefully
so.
you get it right.
That would have been so much funnier if you just looked at the cough buddy.
It would have been.
You make a character cough.
Yeah, that's it.
It would have been.
Let's see.
On the other hand, it means you start the game with a character that feels competent, which is something you can't say for a lot of tabletop.
Can you actually be competent in the face of Cthulhu's testicles?
No, that's the whole idea, right?
Well-
Your competence
well-
matters not.
If in the actual book Cthulhu can be defeated by a boat, I'm pretty sure a tomahawk missile will suffice.
Hey, we can even make it a tomahawk missile launched by a boat.
Yeah, we'll just give him 6 missiles. You know, just take 6. We have plenty. This is all
Guys,
the
onto the
taxpayers.
boat and then hit it with the
Fire,
boat.
fire mission, tomahawk cruise missile. Keep them coming till I say stop.
Exactly. Just keep going.
Keep fire for effect until code word Cthulhu is called.
Yeah, if I start speaking in tongues, just keep firing till I stop.
I'm pretty sure that even if Cthulhu had showed up, artillery would respond faster if you called it as a T-72 in the open.
Probably.
This is the whole, Cthulhu
Probably.
shows up on the horizon, and then there's just a flash of light that lasts for like 10 minutes, and then Cthulhu's gone.
Oh damn! Somebody launched a genie at him.
Yeah.
And then a massive tidal wave that comes ashore.
I'm really thinking Darren's gonna do the, he's definitely gonna do the, willpower finding calm in the storm. That's definitely not a pyramid scheme. He wants to have more tea. But he's also trying to find ways to control himself and his reactions to the world around him. He's actually regained a lot of his. He's only like 6 down now. 6 sanity points.
Yeah, I did the TVR3 and Fieldcraft for fuck ups.
I'm torn between using U.S. Army tactical combatives or the opening the warrior's eye.
Warrior's Eye seemed to be fucking useless.
On the other hand,
I know.
Darren's eye. On the other hand, our eyes just got really fucking opened. So
Yeah, Darren's just
How
like sitting
much?
in the woods talking to his dogs, like, "All right, girl, I fought some aliens. I need someone to talk
How
to."
much
and-
drugs is involved with this?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know the
right?
sergeant major got mad, punched one, threw him in a bag.
Oh,
I kept beating the poor thing.
he just kept beating me. I don't know what the point of that was.
Yeah.
I'm just sore
I'm
a lot
feeling like
now.
you said.
The opening
Why
the
are you
warrior's
hitting
eye.
me?
I think Darren is just taking opening the warrior's eye to get out of other shit that he'd be obligated to do.
It's not a bad way to run that if that's what you're gonna roll.
I think I'm
went.
gonna do.
I went with the asymmetric reconnaissance techniques and that drug session, and actually I made it to the end, so I am now inducted into the ranks of Jedi warriors.
how are you?
Oh, so we can roll again for the.
You've tapped
For that, what is it?
force.
I won with the Force, man.
Well, I mean, so how many of y'all have seen Men Who Stare at Goats?
No.
I haven't watched
It's
it.
a fairly decent movie. Got a bunch of A-listers in it. I highly recommend it because that's what that shit's based on, and that's what your book is from. So go watch the movie. You can stream it from Nunflix or from like 123 Movies. Go watch it. Take out a few hours of the next week. But yeah, the Jedi Warriors. It was the New Earth Army sort of thing that the book is based on.
Sweet.
And one of the things they do is remote viewing, which is the psychic ability to astral project yourself into a place where you can go ahead and glean useful information or find people across the world. The sort of main character, the secondary main character, was a psychic genius and was able to find more than a few people that were lost to any and everyone else.
Uh-huh.
And technically speaking, my character seems to believe that he's now sort of one of those kinds of people. It's a wild ride. He
friends,
also
right?
yes.
You're crazy.
I might be, but I'm gonna be honest. There was pages that I read remotely that I went back and checked, and they were in fact what I read.
Alright, if this all works out and you can prove to me this works, I will be the one buying you beers until the day I die.
I kind of need something special from that particular exercise. I'll let you know if I can do a demonstration.
What kind of drugs you need?
My
cousin's a dealer.
From my college days, I'm
pretend I
pretty
didn't hear that.
certain it's LSD.
Oh yeah, actually, you can make that shit in the bathtub.
I would prefer not to consume bathtub LSD. This was some pharmaceutical grade shit. But if you got a dealer who's got some good, we'll talk. And I'll see if I can't read a piece of paper that you put down in a notebook and put into your pocket.
I saw the walls.
You weren't there for this conversation.
I need to roll my advancement for heavy weapons because I failed that. Increases by 1d4. 3.
I mean, just to put an underscore under it, watching men who scare at goats is probably a lot better than reading the actual documentation for Stargate. So
Exactly.
I had to look up what the operation was called. I couldn't remember the actual operation name. I knew it was something stupid though.
Operation Stargate. Why?
Yeah, that's the operation that dealt with remote viewing. It from 1975 to 1990 something or other.
Which is a lot longer than you'd think they would have made it.
Well, remember all this comes off of Project. Fuck, what was it called?
MK Ultra, or
yeah, it all spawns off of MK Ultra. It's basically like a bunch of splinter operations.
Another thing that went way longer than it had any right to.
They just rename it. Like it's still going on. It's still going on sort of today. It's just under a different name, and it's all that name is classified.
Yep.
Okay,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refill my water.
That's fine.
Need to get some of that.
So just roll one of these stats associated with the briefing. Okay, is this actually in the module? I mean,
No, I made those.
We're into homebrew stuff. It's very good
Okay.
homebrew stuff.
Thank you very much.
I would have to question the sanity of the person writing this if it was.
Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment.
I think he's questioning your sanity there, handler.
Yes, we're playing Delta Green. That's a compliment.
I mean, I was just trying to stir shit.
Alrighty. So who else has got a vignette that they want to roll through on their bonds or what they're doing over the next 3 months?
I mean, there's not really a whole lot to what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive my Jeep and I'm going to call my buddy. And then I'm going to do the staff sergeant thing.
Do you want to play out that conversation?
I mean, if I call my buddy and drive my Jeep, the whole thing is like, I know what my bond is. I don't have a real good handle on it yet, man. I'm way too busy to do this shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
That happens. What is the bond?
It's a old buddy I was with. I got one bond that's an old buddy that I was with in the when I was doing the sitcom, Central Europe Command.
So back in the olden days, right? What?
Yeah, it was just.
This would have been what, like mid-late 90s?
Yeah, probably like that. And then the other one is my Jeep, like just driving my Jeep around, taking care of my Jeep, learning how to fix my Jeep.
What year is your Jeep?
My Jeep is actually a World War II Jeep. It's one of the old ones, but it's been painted. I was drunk when I did it, and it's supposed to be Old Faithful from Yellowstone, but to anybody else, it looks more like an acid trip that a drunk guy did, because that's pretty much what it is. Like if you gave a kindergartner acid and told him to make a tie-dye Jeep, that's what the shit looks like.
Hey, personalized. Is it in good operating condition?
Unfortunately, I have 0 in any type of mechanical skills. I was going to get our mechanic from Annex 13 to do that, but then he tried to steal cigarettes and then tried to leave base and then ran over.
Hey, no, I didn't run him over. He went over the top of the car.
I'm just saying, shit happened.
He factually did not get run over.
I lost my hookup.
He's gotten a morphine lollipop. He's okay.
So I'll tell you what. That's where you and I can do something useful, which is I'll help you fix your Jeep, whatever ails it.
Everything.
Well, I can give you a hand too.
All right.
I've
So
got,
there you go.
all right.
what's going on out there?
Don't need to do everything. Just need to know the people who can.
I've got
How
50
bad a
mechanic.
problem do you want the Jeep to have?
Wait, what?
What are you trying to fix on the Jeep?
Well, that's the thing. So far it's in working order. It's just like I was.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was just going to learn how to fix it so I could start doing it myself because it's a bond and I can actually fulfill the bond thing.
Very fair.
So let's see. What is it? Heavy machinery?
I mean, another mechanic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be mechanics.
Craft?
Mechanics.
Yeah, look for craft.
Yeah, I got decent mechanics.
Ooh,
So
7.
Not
Nice.
good enough.
That's all right. I got you covered. At least I think we can't have electrical. Oh, and mechanics too.
Wait. Oh, there's 2 different people. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master Sergeant Olson will take the lead on this. I will hand wrenches out.
That sounds good.
Maglite.
Not that wrench.
Beat
damn it.
someone with it.
I'm just gonna hold the flashlight like him.
Shine it over here. I'm working at.
Oh,
Not
there
over there.
There's the vignette. Everybody's crowded around my Jeep, drinking, working on stuff, or trying not to break stuff.
No, it's a
all.
good afternoon spent. Drinking, smoking, working on stuff makes you feel like you're a man. Makes you forget.
Where are we doing this work?
In the fucking carpool, or in front of the barracks, out in the fucking
Just
lot.
straight up in the parking lot, yeah.
Yeah. It's like parsley everywhere all around it.
What does everybody drive? Just like character building question. What's everybody drive?
2001 Nissan Frontier.
Respectable.
In real life?
No.
Yes, that's what I own.
My wife
Yeah.
crazy.
Fair.
No, what does your character drive?
Yeah.
Absolutely
Jeep-
the same.
Fair.
It's a
Nothing.
good little truck,
Like I
man.
said, I take the bus.
I
Do
thought I
you own a
played.
car? Do you own a car?
Not on my sheet.
Do you have? Yeah, but you can just have one.
Eh.
I
I
assume.
think it's
Andrew,
funnier
that's a
if I have
correct
to hitch
statement?
rides.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
me.
I spent
That
all my
was-
money on my computer, which got taken
wait.
away.
Dude, that was me.
when
the
Darren
first-
is not
Oh shit! Yeah,
doing
we
his
need to get
oneness
some
with
gear back.
nature, he's 100% down to give rides to people.
Dude, that was me my first 3 years of being in the army. I didn't have a license until after I got out of the until after those 3 years. I would just catch a ride off base with motherfuckers.
It saves money.
Nice.
Like, I didn't I had no bills because there was no such thing as a cell phone back then. Like you had like the bricks, but like the NCOs had those, but like Joe Snuffy, he didn't have that shit.
And the cell was too expensive too.
Motorier's got a bike, right?
Yeah, Harley Davidson VRSC. It's a V-Rod.
Should put scooter on here.
Loud and slow.
No, the V-Rod is a Porsche-made engine. Motier will autistically go into this. No. This is a Porsche-made, water-cooled, overhead cam V-twin engine doing a full 130 horsepower. Oh, it goes like stink. One of the weekends, y'all are driving back. From somewhere you do not see comes a sound that you all very well know, and
It just blows your
screams
doors off?
past, rattling all the windows.
Fair.
He rides like a bat out of hell, like he's not looking forward to tomorrow.
Skid
just-
lid or full
That
helmet?
just reminded me
Are
of
any of
the
us?
joke
Full
of the
helmet.
old man on the scooter getting passed by the car.
Does he have leathers?
No.
He runs with his just standard issue boots, and he does have a leather jacket.
Nice.
Although on base you'll catch him just in the just normal get up.
What's Olsen drive?
He doesn't drive.
Fair. Did he used to? He seems like the type who had like a 72 Firebird and wrecked it in 1986 and has not replaced it.
Yeah.
Why would he? It still runs.
I mean, it's still the frame's there somewhere.
If you drag the frame out of the canyon it would probably be.
That's his home. He survived. The car is okay. It's where it needs to be. He got out of it. He got out of the canyon. He's fine. You know, just best leave shit where it is. And that was a sign that he was not going to drive again. And he hasn't. And that's why he joined the army.
Fair.
I ain't driving Jeeps. I ain't driving shit. I'll fly a plane. I haven't died yet, so okay. He was a warrant officer. He did start out in helicopters, and he kind of got
I forgot I had something to drive.
busted.
Oh, so do you still have a rotary wall?
I don't think I have. No, I do not have us for rotary. I have it for fixed one.
But you have flown helicopters.
His guy did, yes, but you know it's not.
But it's been a long time ago.
Yeah, so no, it's not. He'd have to go and get recertified, and no.
And he probably, even in a pinch, he probably shouldn't.
No, he has no.
If the choice is
The
between
last-
that and dying, then yeah.
Well, he got
in a true emergency situation.
yeah.
It would have to be
If
real fucking dire.
I mean, if you're gonna have someone who has no idea who ever flew a helicopter before and have him fly, yeah.
If one of us absolutely has to fly a helicopter, it should be him.
Yes.
However, we should try to avoid being in situations where one of us absolutely has to fly a helicopter.
Yes. And the last thing he flew was a Huey, so. Actually, no.
Big enough,
Actually,
you guys
it
can
would be
hop on a drone and fling on.
It technically was a Cope. Technically, the last thing he flew was a Cope, but that's why he got
That's why he's not a
out.
rotor wing pilot anymore.
Yes, because he was not supposed to be flying the Cobra. He kind of borrowed it to go save a friend.
He's had a time, hasn't
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's why he's not a warrant officer anymore.
he? And how he ended up in the Air Force?
He's still Army.
Oh, is he? Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, he's still Army. He's just yeah.
I'm hand waving a lot.
Yeah, it's
I lose so much.
Me and Gary talked about it. Yeah, it's like it's a nightmare.
Yeah, there's a lot of I guess that's the other thing about this particular unit is that it is integrated.
Yeah.
Right. I assume that basically every branch of service is represented here.
Yeah,
Except the Navy.
first is EXO is
Or
a
Coast Guard.
major. He
Coast
was a
Guard.
naval captain somewhere.
We didn't
Honestly,
bring the Salvation Army,
There's
unfortunately.
probably pretty good
They
chance
turned it
that
down.
there are at least a couple of coasties in the know about this shit from having to do search and rescue.
Probably.
Like
Yeah,
that.
probably.
The
That's
real reason Cthulhu doesn't stay up is the Coast Guard rammed him with a boat like 3 times.
It's
Probably.
like, no, you guys are
Hit him
assholes.
with a
I'm
stick.
going home.
Get out of my
You
ocean!
bastard.
Cthulhu, like you're fighting Cthulhu. You get back to port. Some Navy guys like, how was your patrol up and down the coast? And you got to be like, yeah, fuck all happened.
So that would be a
Exactly.
question that Motier would ask to the light colonel or his assistant major. Not that his assistant, who is also major, is who on base is part of our particular profession.
All of us. Like
So-
sorry, go ahead.
So as you get a diplomatic answer that basically is everyone in
Ooh.
pretty much everyone in
that.
Task Force 10 is clued into something. Right.
Different somethings, but something.
Right. It's not necessarily all the same thing. And then you kind of get this general vibe too. Right? Like you're pretty sure that the Lieutenant Colonel has not seen a UFO. Right. But you're
But he's
also actually
definitely
sure
seen something.
yeah, he brought back stuff from Africa that was more than just nice bracelets. Right. So it's kind of like there's also this like unspoken rule of like, okay, there's slightly more trust you can have with these people than the average Army Joe, but keep your shit to yourself because everyone's got their own demons running around making their lives.
Our unit is the only one there is. Copy.
Yeah. Yes.
There are others, but they not quite the same. Good to know. So there's a lot of looking over one's shoulder before going into these conversations.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of seeing others on base look over their shoulder before talking to their friends.
Yes. A lot of hushed conversations around these parts.
So, should we talk to the lieutenant or the colonel or whatever about what we saw? Or
I wouldn't.
I mean,
why does he need to know?
Oh, no, that is actually a thing to ask him is, so who do we need to be in contact with for any additional debrief?
Yeah, because we really didn't get debriefed much. I mean,
I assume we've probably been debriefed as much as we're gonna be.
I think the thing that kind of is going to answer your question is, you're handed doing one of your standard operating policy briefs.
Whatever happened to the deal with Spike for the Viagra?
He hasn't messaged me back yet.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out.
All right.
Did you message you back about the 98 Chevy Silverado and ignore the
non-zero
question
amount
about the pallet of
Viagra.
Viagra? Because that's what I would do.
But during one of your standard operating briefs, you are informed about when dealing with. You have a whole briefing about dealing with historical documents and sensitive documents, not just in the sense of like classified data, but in the sense of do not write this stuff down, do not proliferate it, be careful with it, it's extremely fragile, and
yeah,
you kind of like
this information won't get you killed. This piece of paper will just kill you.
Yes. But there is essentially a drop-off bin where if you are suspicious, dead drop bin, that if you are suspicious of a document being particularly sensitive, and you think it's important, you drop it directly to him, basically, past everyone else.
This is coming from the lieutenant colonel.
This coming from the lieutenant colonel, and then something you guys have noticed, every once in a while being in his office, right? Just like, oh, here's this paperwork thing, whatever, right? Is there is a computer in this office. It's covered in dust. It is basically never used. It's in a corner. It's not even on a desk, right? In addition to like all the statue stuff I described last time, there's a good amount of bookshelves, like all throughout this room, and like the XO, the major, like very digitally savvy. She answers all the emails. She puts out the weekly barbecue notice. Like,
how good's the barbecue?
It's reasonable. It's not bad.
I mean, we are in Washington State.
Yeah. The meat's okay, but someone brings this homemade barbecue sauce most of the time. It's actually really good. And so it kind of like makes up for it. It was great. It makes a great sandwich.
I thought you were going to say that the barbecue sauce makes it worse.
No.
Oh God.
And the meat's a little dry because it's like cooked in a huge batch, and so it's like the consistency's not the
It's
not
not
the same.
good barbecue, but the sauce is okay.
Yeah. And
it's better than no barbecue.
It makes the Texans sad.
Yes. It's the reverse of Texas barbecue. It's all sauce.
Tear rolls down his eyes slowly.
Makes the Montanans
The
sad
fuck?
too.
So that would be Mississippi style or Kansas style barbecue.
Yeah, Kansas style barbecue.
What is it? A vinegar sauce or is it a sweet sauce?
You can't decide.
It's Washington style. They fucked it all up.
They fucked it all. All right, so the light colonel is not particularly tech savvy, but the major who assists him, she is.
Yes. Yeah.
And the lieutenant colonel, he's like been in since like what 1970.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
been
old.
in for forever.
I would like to drop a rat on both of their machines. Well, really a keylogger.
That's a bold decision.
It is. And it's a unilateral one that I will make without any of y'all's.
No.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't
sure,
want
go
to
ahead.
know about it.
Well, it also means he's
Darren doesn't even know
unilaterally
what a
responsible.
keylogger is.
Make me a SIGINT check.
Windows.
It would
find
be
the time to
computer
get it.
science or
Yeah,
craft
computer science.
microelectronics.
Yeah, one of those two. Yes. I don't know why.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, well, that's something at least.
One of these works.
So you managed to get the one on the Lieutenant Colonel's to work. Looks great. The one on the Majors the next day, you get an email from an anonymous email page. It is a series of pictures and a medical diagnosis of people who died from the anthrax poisoning. The keylogger returns no information.
Oh dear.
So what have we learned?
We learned that Major is a little bit more tech savvy than I thought she was.
We learned that a lot of people die of anthrax.
Are you seriously pissing with the Major?
Would have been better if it was ricin.
Yeah, shit.
God.
Okay.
Oh god.
I mean,
And I'm
message
guessing
was-
she probably did a sweep and pulled the rat off of the Light Colonel's PC as well, huh?
No, the Lieutenant Colonel's PC still transmits.
Does it ever record anything?
Keylogger should record some useful things.
Yeah.
Does he
Yeah,
use
How else
it?
does it use it?
If he uses
Oh, when
it.
it does.
It just sits. You
You
get nothing.
It
Nothing
hasn't
happens.
used since it turned on. It's turned on the
Keylogger-
first time.
Keylogger's record every keystroke. So
The
like
next
every time
time
you
it's
hit
turned on, the
At which
the
point-
hard drive fails.
At
It's
which
been so
point I will
long.
actually submit a document to the Dropbox, an extended debrief, including some of the things that my team did. Nothing particularly useful, but it's all about all true, all verifiable from that situation. Yeah, it's small things like what additional details about what went down at the PX when Psyche's broke, and maybe a few additional details about what we saw inside the alien ship and what we made of any of the DARPA team from the first interaction. So nothing super useful to the investigation, but something that gets into the Dropbox, and I'm going to see if that gets uploaded on the Light Colonel's PC.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
It does not get uploaded. It
Alright,
does
so
look
I
like,
wanna-
All right.
look
So
up
what
a
the
recipe
Lieutenant Colonel's
for that
PC
rice
records
dish that you sewed upside down.
is that he hits the spacebar, types password 1, and then there's like 3 clicks, and then the
No,
computer
and
turns
the
off.
password is
And then the next day,
or yes.
I get the feeling this is the guy who would have like one of those browsers that has 10,000 different bars stuck on it because one time he used it, he accidentally went to the wrong place, and they've been there ever since the
Like
90s.
he never closes a tab, he just makes new ones. He
Yes.
doesn't know how to.
Yes.
And then every once in a blue moon, he just closes the whole window.
It hurts my soul.
No, well, you should not look at my computer right now, but I have.
I mean, I have a lot of tabs open at all times, but
that's
Right, but there should be some
intentional
level of
decision.
significant communiques going to the Light Colonel and not to the Major.
But not on his computer. They're not.
Not on his computer.
Is
Well,
that
at
the
least-
vibe I'm getting here?
at least not on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
the
on that one.
Yeah, the keylogger does get like a little bit info about like there's some administrative information back and forth from the US towards the company, and that's about it.
Yeah,
Which company? Oh,
Okay.
It gets
no,
links to
which
cat
company?
pictures.
So your character.
There's a he is subscribed to an email that, and it's a thing that every day it sends him a picture of a nice cloud.
Oh hell yeah! I would like to sign up for that.
So
That's pretty good.
your character is going to know how like military networks work. You have a zipper, which is a secret, a nipper, which is a non-secret, and you have a clear network. And then if you have special access stuff, like your intel guys actually have additional networks that they are a part of. The computer is only on one of those networks. So if you have a nipper computer, you can't get access to the snipper network. You would have to have a secondary computer to get access to that snipper network.
Yeah, it's
And I was hoping it was a separate computer that was in his office.
story I heard a long time ago was a guy who actually plugged in his personal computer to a military network and was basically forced to bring it out and shoot it. Might have had private classified information on it. It's like, sorry, that's now property of the U.S. government.
Well, when you dispose of a hard drive, you get a fucking drill and you drill it in 3 different spots.
I believe
I
people
just
literally
take
just
Mr.
shot it
Hammer
with a
to
fucking
it.
Beretta on the range.
Say again.
I just take Mr. Hammer to the hard drive.
Taking a hammer and shattering the discs that way, the discs can
And-
actually be reassembled and read.
Yeah, but I mean, for civilian use, who's gonna bother with that?
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about like DoD military bullshit. Like they're paranoid.
Oh yeah,
about everything.
for
Fucking
that you want to
NSA
remove
level
parts
type.
of the drive
Yeah.
entirely.
I was on the same Discord server as that kid that got prison time for uploading.
Thug Shaker Central.
Oh boy.
I was on the parent server. So there was the parent server, which was a weapons like appreciation, like Milsim Discord. And some of them had started a Minecraft server, and he posted it to that. And so the day after apparently he got caught, the admin booted everyone that wasn't like a authenticated member. I had been a member for like 5 or something years, so I got kept. And then we would just code, don't talk to anybody. And it was like a 300-person server, and overnight it was 20.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It was crazy.
All right, so
You,
nothing
the owner, and
useful
about
comes from
11 fucking CIA.
Oh my god.
So I want to talk to the colonel. He's been in about as long as my guy has, just to see what he's been up to. We've crossed paths. Crossed paths or something before.
Yeah. Trying to think. Like, it could go either way. So I'm trying to think of like a skill check to like.
Do you just want to roll luck?
That. Yeah, just roll luck.
Okay.
Cause like I'm thinking about like where he's been, but like it's aviation, so a lot of stuff gets messy.
Well, he was aviation, but only for like not even a year.
Yeah.
So the last year of Vietnam, in '75, you would have been grounded.
Stats.
So.
Or one stat and one skill. Oh, I didn't do the second one. Oh well. Ooh.
Nice.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, you did run into him in late in the day in Vietnam. You were on an airplane. You transferred from base to base with him and 2 other guys. And you just had a conversation. He was younger than you. The 2 other guys were your age, though. They were. The 3 of them were all together on some sort of Spook Team 7 or whatever. And you were the cargo crew chief on the flight. Did you talk to them, or like what? How does?
I just want to
Oh,
like he kind of looked familiar, sir. Where are you? Where? I know. I'm pretty sure we met somewhere. Where?
Yeah, he thinks about it since. Yeah, I think I went into you back in the day.
I don't know. Just chat with him for a little bit, talk about old times and all the bullshit.
Yeah, he's more than happy to talk with you about the bullshit. He has so much bullshit to talk about.
And then kind of ask him about if he got briefed on what happened at the annex.
Yeah, good on me, man. Yeah, so he he talks about it. And he's like, yeah, I heard you guys I heard you guys got fucked in the ass pretty hard. That sucks, man.
Well, we're not dead. I mean, considering who came in, I was, I don't know. Like I said, I kind of feel they were a blue flyer. Then it's just somewhere. How they call
themselves. I haven't heard that name in years.
I know, right? So, you need anything else from us, or got anything you can tell us about what's going on with that, or should we just leave it alone, or what?
I just leave it alone. There's I don't know what you want to call it. There's a almost like schoolyard level situation involving lunch money and stealing each other's toys going on at a very senior level.
Can't play nice.
Yeah, and
all right,
I'm fucked with it. And it's one of those things where it's like either both parties settle it themselves, or you can't do anything about it because it's so fucking over your head.
All right, so we just
I try to keep the small numbers. Yeah, try to get as many people back.
All right, as possible. I'll talk to the warrant officer about, chill it out a bit. Anyway, see you around, sir. I'm just gonna head out. And then go find our warrant officer and tell him maybe we should just back off just a little bit on asking questions.
And he is going to just absolutely agree with you. Yeah, no, that's whatever powers that be, I'm sure they've got a handle on this.
I mean, just talk to the Colonel, and yeah. I don't think we want to get involved any more than we already are.
Yeah, let's not take a peek behind the curtain and see what monsters are lurking.
I mean, maybe later. Still want to go check out that weed,
It's like, wait, there was a fucking weed farm?
Oh yeah, I should tell the Colonel about the weed farm.
It's like, wait, what do you mean there was a fucking...
Yeah, it's huge. It's just this huge.
Wait, like where?
Hey, one of the buildings. Just full of weed. Had no idea it was there.
Oh my god. Fucking A. Dude.
It's like 7 or 8 foot tall plants.
I hate being
grow lights everywhere.
I hate being in command. Ever since they fucking put me in charge of this shit, I don't have any time. I don't have any time to do any fucking.
I mean, do you want to go for a road trip, sir?
Oh my god.
Get a couple of deuce and halves and go down there and load up.
I think I have fucking leave after we get back from this deployment. So
all right.
I don't fucking.
All right, cool. All right, look at the boys.
It would go gangbusters in Oregon. You'd be able to unload a deuce and a half worth of weed in like 4 hours on the streets of Seattle.
But we have to drive it all the way up there.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo. That's a long weekend. I'll get some documentation together. I'll give us the Monday off.
Dude, 2010, no one's gonna stop a deuce and a half and check it.
Well, that's true. Get like 3 or 4 deuce and a halves, just drive them down there, drive them up.
But some will like have one of them be empty. I'll fucking follow you. If you get lit up, I'll stop and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? This is a national security matter. We've got."
It's not a national security.
Cop would see a deuce and a half and they'd give you an escort. What are you talking about? You just get there quicker.
Well,
Trying not to make a scene.
it's a
that
deuce
makes
and a half.
problem.
You can't go very quick.
You put them on wooden crates and you put one
Do
of those
they-
high
do
explosive
they-
things on it.
Did they
Yeah.
even do 50 or not?
No, they're 50. You won't enjoy it, but they'll do it.
You can't drive a deuce and a half fast, but you don't have to stop at red lights if the cop's giving you an escort.
You don't have to stop anyway if you just fucking send it.
That's true too.
That's a big ass truck, so I mean,
They'll either get out of the way or it'll be their problem.
Dude,
and,
so check this out.
And it's the really old ones with the canvas top on it.
Dude, check this out. We're driving down to support Hurricane Gustav, right? My unit.
Yeah.
So we got the whole Humvee convoy line, and we got all of our Humvees are up armored because airborne and blah 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 blah. We had the state gave us all the Gucci shit. So we got a police escort going through towns, and the police blocked off this road and had their lights running and everything. And this lady went to pass them and ran into the patrol commander's fucking Humvee.
Oh my God.
We had to
Did y'all stop or just keep rolling
I do.
on? Fuck it,
No.
not our problem.
No, you have to stop. We have to stop and do an incident report.
Ah.
So we pulled into a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
We pulled into a Walmart parking lot, and while the
God.
fucking patrol commander was doing the incident report, everybody was going into Walmart and getting licksy stewies.
The best organized crash scene I've ever come up on was somebody like fucked up a turn and ran into like a guard truck in the middle of a convoy. I got there I was down the street, got there to do like first responder, like just block traffic or whatever the hell. I didn't have shit to do. It was already done. It was great. Fucking idiot was fine. Go figure. They always are.
Oh, that
Yeah.
poor girl's car was totaled. She hit the cattle guard of the goddamn Humvee and just wrecked her shit. And got a ticket.
Of
It was
course.
bad. Yeah, it was so bad.
All right, handler. What else we got to do to finish out the session?
I think that's it. I'm gonna pre-tab myself. I had my shift started at 6 o'clock this morning, so I had
Okay.
a long day.
Ooh.
Mhm. That means I got done like at 3, so I have time to prepare for the session, which is why I take the morning shift on this day. Fuck. But yeah, I think so. I don't have my schedule for next month yet, so I don't know if we'll be here next Sunday. It'll probably be a little bit of a gap, but then we'll probably be picking up with Vengeance. Next session will probably be pretty good.
I mean, if we have a gap, I guess I could actually figure out the fuck my character's bonds and stuff are all about, so I could actually roleplay them.
Yeah, I'm learning the system too. Like, I like the core concepts of the system.
Yes.
It's funny because I usually learn best when I get to play a character initially in the system, but I'm starting off as the DM, so I'm like, I just have this massive character's information.
This
So
is
I'm
the
learning as I
first.
go along, yeah.
This is the first game that I've been a player in since 1999.
Wow.
Okay.
I mostly run games. I don't usually play in games because
The
I don't
forever DM.
yeah, that's
Uh,
usually the problem.
Well, I'm happy to treat y'all, so.
Do you have the conspiracy splat book, setting book?
I do. You want it?
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here looking at it. I was thinking
Oh.
if he wanted to
I don't think I have it. I have. Something conspiracy. I have. The one. I'm just losing. I'm losing my brain cells right now. Last time. I have the recent one I came up with. It's like Stanton and the Prima Sedata. I like that one. But I'm going off of a combination of a personal knowledge of international events and combining a bunch of different issues.
it seems like it'll be handy for like the area you're trying to run, because like the modern splat book is a lot of stuff that's like later.
Yeah,
Right.
it really kicks off at like 2009.
Yeah,
And-
well, like, cause I think canonically, right, like the program and the outlaws and a lot of that stuff still being shaken out around this era,
Mhm. Yeah.
so it's not really all that well structured to actually run, which is weird, right? Like you would think that like
Because this is when like shit
2004,
like starts getting
like-
hot. Like
yeah, like peak GWAT, like well, and you've got like the reorganization into the program and all that shit.
Mhm.
You would think that would be a peak time to run, but evidently, like no.
Yeah. Like when I started like writing this campaign, I'm like, like the time dates, like to me didn't line up, and so like upcycled. I think a lot of the stuff is like 6 or 7 years ahead to make it make sense.
Yeah, because
To me,
what
at least.
because PX Poker Night is originally set what, like 97?
Yeah, it's like almost like earlier than that. I think it's like late 80s.
Alright, just to double check, we're done with the session for tonight
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're done with the
All right,
session.
I'll cut
Have a
recording
good
now.
one, y'all.
Woo!